Whoa. I think we're live.
I think we are, Mike.
Welcome back, everybody, to a new episode ish of Matt and Mike's X-Files CCG. We're going to be playing a game tonight, but we're also going to be talking about this just craziness that took place today. With me, Steven. Welcome, good sir.
Thank you, Mike. I'm a little rusty on the finger guns. It's been a little while since we've done. Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
I should clean these things off before we started.
Yeah, I know, right?
Am I free right now?
Yeah, you're good. You're good. So yeah, man, we're going to be playing a game tonight. We're going to be doing the Scully set game. I've got this enormous monstrosity of a deck that I created that is exactly 99 cards because I just can't let certain things go. And there was some huge announcement today, man. What was that about? Tell me what happened. What happened? What's going on?
Oh, I don't know if you heard, Mike, but we're having a virtual tournament this spring.
Oh God! Did I call you when I was drunk? Did I call you when I was asleep? We're doing this. This is really happening.
Yeah, you may have popped an edible or two before you called me.
All right. Well, since it's out there, we might as well do it, I guess.
Well, hey, look at the File Fest tournament we did not too long ago. That one was pretty successful. So, I think this is a virtual tournament. This should be a breeze.
Yeah, to anybody that's seen the announcements that went through with the rules and the prize announcements, which, by the way, the prize announcements are freaking amazing. But the rules took some very careful clarification over about a week's worth of time to just kind of hammer in correctly, because there's a lot of things to consider. The first time we did this, it was interesting. So there were a lot of new things to consider, but I think we got it pretty well nailed down, and I think people are going to be happy with the outcome. So
I think so. Yeah, and if anyone who didn't get a chance to participate in the File Fest tournament because geography proved to be a big issue for them, now's your chance, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to take part in an X-Files CCG tournament, you don't want to have to worry about air travel or anything like that, here's your chance. We haven't done this since 2021. It's been 3 years. Can you believe it's been 3 years since the last one?
It's been that? I actually no, I didn't realize it was that long. Wow. Okay. Yeah, this whole wall behind me was just covered in people's registrations and their time zones and everything. And we've gone a little bit more streamlined, a little bit simpler this tournament. So I think it's going to be a little bit less stress on me and you. Because
I'm not gonna be able to get as many steps in as I did at File Fest. Good Lord.
Yeah, we were a ways away. We should have been in the VIP suite. We should have just had the tournament in there. But yeah. So exciting. So let's talk about this game, right? Let's dive into this game. So we're doing Scully set tonight, not exclusively only Scully set, because part of the problem that I had was as I was going through and I was looking at the different agents from the Scully set was I realized that they're not great. So really, I don't know. You want to see what agents I got going on?
Well, yeah, I'm inclined to agree with you. The overall composition of the 2-3-3-6-4 Scully set left a lot to be desired. For one thing, they left off equipment cards. There was only one combat card, which was a promo in there. And again, like the 1013 expansion, the vast majority of them were witnesses that covered a wide array of effects. And we only had about 10 adversaries, and a lot of them had game effects that pertain to combat cards. The very thing they excluded both in 1013 and the Scully set, but they decided to call back to from the premiere days. It's as if combat cards were still a relevant suit within the game by that point. So it was interesting. But it's not to say that there aren't quite a few gems to be found within that set. And I've played a few games on my channel, Alien Investigations, and we've seen a lot of pretty interesting cards get played in the course of it. But yeah, the overall composition of the expansion a little lackluster. But again, there are quite a few. There's quite a few good cards in there that would really make a deck stand out.
Indeed. I got to give a quick shout out to my man David. If you notice, I got me a Kim Bauer and a mountain lion right there, which is just amazing. Thank you for those. I did not, honestly, like, we joked about that, and I did not think that was real. And then my envelope shows up in the mail one day, and I'm like, oh my God, this is real. Like, I was just like a little fat kid with a cupcake. I was like so happy. So thank you for those. And yeah, just, yeah, man, it's good to be back in the saddle a little bit, man.
I know, right? It's been a bit of a spell. And did you want to take a moment to show some of the comments? Because we already got a few people tuning in for this live match.
Oh yeah, man, go ahead if it's easier for you. I got this system where it's kind of a pain in the butt for me to. I think I can show.
Sure.
Wait, I can do one there. There we go.
All right. Yeah, we have in attendance Jonathan Hagee from Kentucky, and as he's indicating there, he is keen on signing up for the virtual tournament. Yep. Looking forward to have you as part of that, Jonathan. You were part of the File Fest.
Oh yeah,
tournament as well, and you and your son made out pretty well in that weekend there in Minnesota. And we also have David Peace at Studio Squim, who has already signed up for the tournament. If I'm not mistaken, we've had 2 people already sign up for the tournament in just the few hours since we announced it.
Yep. Everybody, when you sign up, I'm literally sending an email back with the number that you're being assigned for gameplay, and that will be your number for the entire tournament. It will be randomly selected via that classic bingo ball machine tumbler that I have to figure out who's going to play who. So we'll see what happens. Before we get this game started, Mike, I'm considering like resetting my router because I believe I'm freezing up like crazy. If anyone's you are quite a bit, to be completely honest. Yeah.
I think I might just reset it before we get the game underway. Otherwise, it's going to be a pretty shoddy live recording. I do apologize for that. So it'll obviously kick me out for a few minutes. But we do have some people in the live chat who may have some questions about the tournament, or if you want to cover some highlights.
Yeah, go ahead. I got some cool stuff to show too. So
all right, cool. I will be back. I'll return momentarily after I reset it.
All right. So the prizes that we have, I'll show you guys a couple of these. So I had said that the grand prize will take home this one. This is really cool. This is a, let's see if I can get that up there. It's the Crew Cut Man. This is an actual blank playtest card that they made. And you can see on the bottom, they kind of adjusted the cost by hand, I believe, as they were actually playtesting it. So this is one of the things that just so crazy. It was like, I'm not even sure. I mean, I know where it came from, but I don't know who exactly had their hands on this card for playtesting. But I mean, this was before the official set was even released. The Booger card, the final choice Booger card, you can kind of see there where there's a misprint where it looks like Mulder has a booger by his nose. Kind of an interesting little misprint too that Mike Mackey, our sponsor, great guy. If you went to File Fest, you got to meet him. He's just such an awesome guy. He provided some of these for the tournament. And then the coup de grace, my friends. So these are 3 combat cards, but these are gilded. And if you are unaware, gilded is a set that basically they put the cards together randomly. These were not, they never actually did an entire set of gilded. It was just literally, they must have just grabbed a bunch of starters or a couple of starters and just said, whatever, gild these. because it's not like there's ultra rare cards that were ever gilded. But these were some of the cards that were gilded in silver. There was another set that was gilded in gold that we will probably never see. It is locked in a vault somewhere with someone, and the name of whom has it is known by only one, and he is not willing to share that, which is totally understandable. So this is as close to the Holy Grail as you can get, because you think about it, I mean, even the Dunris playtest cards, they made a few of these, right? They had to play test them. They had to have a few of these, but these gilded cards, it's one and done. That's it. That's all they ever made. So kind of a cool thing. In addition, to kind of clarify for a few of you, if you're not quite sure, I found somebody that's willing to print uncut sheets on the actual, I kid you not, the actual printer model, I should say, not the actual one, but the same machine that they use to print the X-Files collectible card game on Heidelberg, the Heidelberg 7-color press. The thing is huge. It's like, I can't believe that they even still use these things, but they do. And I found one. It's here in Portland, or near me in Portland. And they're willing to print uncut sheets. So it's an amazing opportunity, I think, because we're going to be able to like take your deck, if you win, of course, first, second, third place, take the deck that you want or the deck that you won with and actually put it into the same exact grid, you can see it behind me here, sort of, same exact grid pattern of the 100, 10 by 10 cards, and actually have it printed. And I mean, this thing goes through literally 7 different cycles. This thing's probably 100 feet long. Well, maybe like 60, 70 feet long. But yeah, it just goes through each one individually. If you're ever curious, look up a 7-color Heidelberg press online. It takes a while to walk around one of them. But they have one, and that's really exciting. So we're going to do some custom sheets for some people. I know Mr. David Frank is still eagerly awaiting his, the Gregors, the Franks promo card uncut sheet that I promised him. It's coming. If you're watching, Mr. Frank, it's coming. I promise. But yeah. And okay, now I feel like Garth from Wayne's World, when like Wayne disappears and he's like, "Hi, I'm having a good time." Steven, come back. So yeah, I'll share with you guys a couple of the gilded cards that I got for myself. I'm not going to lie. I was able to grab a couple for myself. I don't think any of you are going to be surprised with the choices, but I got myself the Coastal Northwest Oregon gilded card. Kind of cool. And then let's see. Can somebody guess any Premier card? Like, what do you think? And no, it's not Kevin Morris. That wasn't one. Trust me. What do you think the other card that I got, the other gilded card that I got was? See if you can guess. A video tour of the place that has the press. I'm not sure. I haven't even really been there yet. The guy, he seems pretty cool about it. Considering I'm only going to have like less than a dozen, or like 6 total things printed, I think, 5 or 6. Like he has to order the paper stock specifically. So I'm not, it's not like I've sat down with the guy yet. We're still in the design phase. He's agreed to do it and get me the card stock and whatnot. So, I mean, I would definitely love to. I think it'd be awesome to actually go there and be there. But from a liability standpoint, with a machine that's that freaking big and long, they might, get that fat guy out of here type scenario. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see about that. I'll definitely ask because that'd be really cool to actually see it in use. Like it's literally so it's a 7-color press, and each one of the press machines is taller than me, and then it goes all the way down to the ground. So like literally, the paper comes and it goes up into the cabinet where it's colored, comes down out of the cabinet over, and then it comes to another color cabinet and goes up in the cabinet, and there's huge gaps in between these cabinets. So you can imagine how long it is with 7 colors. And if you guys really want, I mean, I found one for sale. So if you guys want to like help me like, crowdfund $25,000, I mean, I'll buy one. No? No? Okay. Buyers. No, not that's pretty funny. Not buyers. I'll show you. It's kind of cool. I went with Leonard. It's a shiny gilded Leonard. Hey, welcome back.
Let's hope so. Okay, I do apologize for that. My internet was really acting up, and I don't know, it's because we've been getting hit hard by rain. So let's hope that reset did the trick. So what did I miss?
I was just kind of showing off the gilded cards, and we were talking about we're all going to get together and we're all going to buy a $25,000 Heidelberg press, and we're all going like in on it. So Steven, if you could get that check for $5,000 over me, like now, that'd be really helpful.
Oof. Gonna have to check the funds. They're discretionary, but I don't know if they're that discretionary.
Yeah, friggin', David says we got it. So yeah, like David's in, I'm assuming like we got it. I mean, David's in for probably 10 grand. So yeah, we're gonna buy this thing and print some uncut sheets. It's gonna be great.
I do apologize. I'm still having some internet problems, and hopefully this isn't gonna.
Audio is totally fine, man. Your video, like right now, you're frozen, but your audio is still coming in just fine.
All right. It's been a while since I've had these kinds of problems. Okay. All right. I do heartily apologize.
David, I have a 3-car garage, and the Heidelberg press that I'm talking about wouldn't even fit in my 3-car garage. It's that long. It's crazy. But, I don't know, maybe we can find a way to like have paper turn. I don't know. We'll see.
Oh my God. It is in my internet is in rare form tonight, Mike, and I'm sorry. First Mike and Matt's X-File CCG of the new year, and this is.
It's all right. I'll tell you what, man. We got local recording. We got a couple of diehards that are hanging out with us. I don't think they're gonna care too much about you. Your table's not freezing. It's just you.
Yeah.
I can see your hand, and you're not freezing at all. But like right now, it still looks like you got your hand on your. Yeah. So I mean, I'm fine with it if you want to play.
And all my hands like up my nose, and then that'll look. And then it'll be stuck on that image for the whole game.
Yeah, but it's local recordings, man. So we can edit it later, and make it look fancy later. It's all good.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. So we'll just we'll shoulder on, and hopefully I can get around to editing this so it looks halfway decent. Okay, so I do apologize again for having to duck out there, but I wanted to make sure we covered a detail that isn't currently in the doc that we released earlier, but that is going to be updated shortly. Did you go over the deadline already?
No. So yeah, we didn't actually put this in the document. Like you said, it's going in. It was just, I mean, if I know the two guys that are watching right now, you've read the doc. But like, there's always one tiny little thing you're going to forget here and there. One of the things we forgot was deadline for sign up, and when the actual games start.
This seems pretty important when you put it like that.
Right? I mean, who knew? Like, we're like, yeah, 2024 virtual tournament. We'll see you in December. And everybody goes, wait, what? So
the spring. I don't know how that timeline's going to work.
Yeah, right. So the deadline for sign up, it's what is it again, Stephen? It's the 7th, or what is it again?
It's going to be Sunday, March 17th at 11:59 p.m. That is the last day to sign up for the tournament. And the details on how to sign up for it are in that document, which is found on the Facebook group. It's in the Discord community. You should have no trouble accessing it. But if you do, let us know. We can always email it to you. Again, Sunday, March 17th, 11:59 p.m. Last day to sign up. And then on Friday, March 22nd, Mike and I are going to do a live show where Mike's going to pull out the little hamster ball, and then he's going to start pulling 8 balls from the. Oh no, excuse, not 8 balls. Just regular balls. Regular balls.
I live in Oregon, not Columbia.
So when you sign up for the tournament, Mike is going to email you back a number, and that number is going to be assigned to the random ball drawing, so that on, again, Friday, March 22nd, time TBD, Mike's going to pull those from the little spinning wheel that you saw back in the Gen Con giveaway way back when. Oh, yeah. And so that is going to determine who your opponent's going to be for the first, like, I guess it would be the pre-playoff games. I guess that's what we're calling it.
Yeah, so just a regular, I mean, it's like there's regular season NFL and then there's playoff NFL, sort of like the regular season tournament where there's 3 games. And then so basically you get your number, you get your opponent for the first game. You've got a certain amount of time to schedule and play your game. You get a hold of us or, one of us, judges it, so we would already know who won, who lost. We add that. We know these 2 people are done. All right, cool. We roll again. Here's your next opponent. And we do that for 3 regular season games. And that determines your record going into the single elimination tournament, which, it should be a lot of fun. I mean, I initially, when I started it out, and in fact, actually, I had emailed you, Stephen, it was just basically going to be single elimination just from the beginning, like sort of how the last tournament was. You just started, and if you won, you moved on. If you lost, you were out. And the more I thought about that, the more I didn't like it, because especially given the fact that there's a buy-in, it didn't give people an opportunity to actually play some games and learn some new stuff and have a fun experience. So that's why we went that route, and I'm glad we did that. So,
and by going this route, this is going to ensure that everyone who's taking part in the tournament is going to get to play a minimum of 4 games. Is that correct?
That's correct. Yeah, 3 regular season. I keep saying regular season, and 1 playoff game. If that by the time that 4th game rolls around, you keep winning, you keep playing. You lose your single elimination, you're out. So
excellent. And so which of the games are going to be broadcast on our respective channels?
All of the playoff games will be broadcast. Regular season games, I keep using that term, are just going to be at the mercy of what people can play, and the mercy of when judges are available. I know that there's some overseas people, and truthfully, if 2 people get together and they decide, okay, well, we can play our game at 3 a.m. Pacific Standard Time on a Monday morning, I'm going to be like, Godspeed, gentlemen, have fun. Like, I'm sorry, I'm going to be in bed in the cabin. So we'll do our best to, play as many games as we can, but we will also set the games up via our StreamYard for as many people as they want to play the games and get cameras set up and whatnot. So we're going to do our best to facilitate as many games as possible being broadcast live. And we'll just kind of see what happens. I mean, I know, like, for instance, David and I'm trying to think of somebody else here. Well, let's just say David and Jonathan. They've been playing for so long. If those guys set up a game and it's at a weird hour or whatever, I have total confidence they'll play their game and they'll, judge themselves and they'll figure it out. And at the end of it, they'll be like, yeah, I won or I lost, and they'll be cool and honest about it. So I'm comfortable with going this direction.
Excellent. But we will have a few games being broadcast live on our respective channels, so that some people who aren't taking part in the tournament but are really keen on seeing some of those games, we want to make those available for some of the avid fans who just want to take in a good game.
Yep. Yeah, we're gonna mix it up, drop them here and there. There's gonna be lots of content, man.
Yeah. And we got, I was like, that's Mike and I, we're not really getting anything out of it other than the joy of having to bring this tournament to the masses. But, we would like to get a little bit of content along the way.
Yeah, definitely. And in regards to the buy-in fee, that's honestly the only thing that is different this tournament versus the last. Because the first tournament, I took on everything and it was very expensive. I'm not going to lie. And that was the one big thing that, me and the wife sort of agreed, like, if I'm going to do this again, cool. But
Jane, that's no way to refer to the missus.
I love her. She's great. But, we're building our new house right now. I can't pay for these things. So it's appreciated. And we've already had people pay. And we've already been gifted a little bit by some people as well to help out, which is awesome. And thank you guys so much for that.
And just to reiterate, so that $20 American buy-in is going to go towards printing and shipping the prizes, as well as the exclusive cards that everyone who participates in the tournament is going to get. And we're going to see, depending on how much we get, how much we're able to allocate towards the prizes. We're promising one exclusive card, but depending on how we go, maybe two exclusive tournament cards for everyone who participates. Yeah. It just come down to how much funds we have to allocate to it. Obviously, we got to make sure we have enough to get the grand prize, the secondary prize, and all that. And of course, because this is a worldwide tournament, we are at the mercy of international shipping, and anyone who's abroad who has received cards from Mike or I or Dad, the shipping costs are exorbitant and often outweigh the value of the items that we are sending. So for that reason, that's hence the $20 buy-in, which wasn't, as Mike said, a factor in the previous tournament, but it is now. And because these are some pretty freaking sweet prizes that are being offered for the winners of this tournament. Did you talk about that in my absence?
I did, yeah, a little bit about the. That's why we were referring to the Heidelberg press a lot, me and David, because we were talking about. I found an actual 7-color Heidelberg press in Portland, and David wanted me to go and get a tour of show it in action, and I'll absolutely try. I'll reach out to the guy when I send him that stuff. That'd be amazing. But it is the same machine, not the exact same machine, but the same model number that printed all of these cards. And we get to actually use that same machine to print these uncut sheets of custom decks that people are going to win, this tournament with. And that's just honestly, man, when I talked to the guy about this, because my whole goal was I've been trying to get David Frank that uncut sheet of the Franks.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been reaching out so many places. And when this guy finally got a hold of him and he finally said, well, how many sheets do you want? And I said, well, what do you mean? I just want the one. And he said, well, we can do multiple for you. And I went, wait a minute. That'd make a killer tournament prize, wouldn't it? And that's kind of why that may have been the straw that broke the camel's back on this whole tournament thing, man, was being able to secure such an amazingly special prize for people. So
Yeah, and so that is why, if anyone who's read the doc already is wondering, and if you didn't cover it while I was resetting my internet, so the reason we're setting the card limit to 100 is so that when you get your if you win the personalized uncut sheet as the grand prize or the second place prize, that way you can fit 100 cards on there.
yeah.
So that way you want to make sure you construct your deck to be no more than 100 cards, but also have room on there for your agents, whether they be 4 agents, 5 agents, 6 agents. So you might do 94 cards in your deck, 6 agents.
Yep.
And if you want to even throw in your hidden X-File card on there for the winning, like if I were the first place, if I were the first place winner, I would want to have my hidden X-File card included in there to mark the occasion as well. So keep that in mind. Whatever you want to appear on your personalized uncut sheet, maximum 100 cards.
Yep, that's it. So, all right, man. I got a 99 card deck here that I have never tested or played before. You want to just watch a train wreck real quick, or? Oh man, I think he went all Amish on us. Oh, it's not me, right? You guys can still hear me, right? Cool. All right, you guys can hear me. Man, they just don't make internet down in Texas like they used to. I'm not gonna play that for, have you guys ever like I don't play chess that often, right? But there was this suggestion someone said, "Oh, just play chess, against yourself. Just turn the table and you can play it against yourself and you can learn some new moves." I couldn't ever do it because like I knew what I was gonna do. I was like, okay, check. And then I'd flip the table and I'd be like, well, that was dumb. Like I just couldn't do it. So I don't know if I could do that with X-Files, man, because I just like, oh yeah, go ahead and play that site. Wait. I have an adversary. I'm going to destroy you. I'm going to play that site anyway, knowing you have an adversary. I don't know. I don't know if I could do that. It's what happens. I wonder if Biden tried to sniff Stephen's hair or something, and that's why his internet's cutting out. I don't know. Chess is great. Like I said, I don't really play anymore. I did go downtown Portland a couple years ago, and they have those tables set up where there's like the old men that like sit down there at the like built-in tables that are like chromed into cement pillars so you can't move them. And they just sit down there and they just kick your ass. Like it's not like if you want to go play chess against one of these bearded crazy homeless guys in Portland, man, you better bring your A game. And I do not have A game. Play. I'm gonna leave that one alone. But yeah. But I used to do when I did Photoshop, when I was a big time graphic artist. People would ask me, like, well, can you teach me Photoshop? Teach me Photoshop, and I'd be like, yeah, I can. I'll tell you what, Photoshop is exactly like chess. I can sit you down in an hour and I can teach you how to play. I can teach you the basics, but it will take a lifetime to master. And it's very true. Every time that I play chess, I get my ass kicked in a different new way. And every time I use Photoshop, literally every time I use Photoshop, I learn something new, to where I'm like, wait, I could do it that way? Oh, well, that's weird. So, it's kind of an interesting, I'm only, what is this? What are you saying, dude? I'm only good at cardiology. You're a cardiologist? I didn't know you were a cardiologist. Wow. I may have actually had a heart attack last week. That was fun. Not to depress anybody. But yeah, I ended up having to go to the emergency room, and wow, crazy. Yeah, it was pretty nuts. I deal with, I'm 21 years now in the medical field, and I deal with it all the time. And then all of a sudden but no, Jonathan, you'll be glad to know my troponin level was 0.0, no troponin. So they think it was probably stress related because, the medical field. But yeah, enough about me anyway. So let's talk a little bit about, I got to share this with you real quick before Steven does come back, whatever, we'll figure something out. But so this table, this is my lovely epoxy table, right? And I kind of, I did, all the videos of like me building it and nice, dude. Not a pacemaker. I will probably need a new pig valve, or I need a new valve. I have a bicuspid aortic heart valve, so I'm probably going to need a new valve here in the next few years. I'm hoping for a pig valve. That way, you can always say there's a little bit of bacon in me. But anyway, so this table, I poured the epoxy. It turned out pretty well. I'm it's not a perfect job, but it's a good table. So my wife goes to all these Dave Matthews Band concerts, and she collects, those rubber bracelets. They're similar to the ring that I have, the rubber, you matter, don't give up bracelets or whatever. Well, they make those at all the Dave Matthews Band concerts. And she's been collecting them for years and years and years and years. Hundreds of them. And she didn't really have anything to do with them. And I thought, well, how cool would it be if we take our kitchen table, like our dining room table, and actually do something similar to this, where, you lower it about an inch on the inside with a border, lay out all the bracelets, and then pour the epoxy over top of them, sand it, just like this, right? These are actual cards in here. Like, come on. It's awesome, right? It's a good idea, right? To those of you that are considering doing epoxy work, I'm going to give you a very, very strong piece of advice right now. Do not drink an epoxy. Don't do it. The other thing is, if you're going to drink an epoxy, at least have the foresight to measure how much of each agent, like specifically, that you're pouring into each one. To say I screwed up it's an understatement. It really is. I poured drunkenly all of this epoxy into this area. Number one, I poured too much and I didn't have a good seal around it. So what happened? It started leaking all over the floor, ruined a bunch of crab traps. Just no bueno, bad, right? Number two, it was too cold in the garage. Your temperature has to be somewhere between 70 and 80 degrees. All right. I did this in Oregon in late December. No bueno, no good. Starts to develop this sheen on the top of it that we think, oh, it's going to be fine. We'll just buff it out every day. It doesn't work that day, or it doesn't work that way. Number three, because my measurements were off, even a little bit, guys, we're talking like maybe a cup, 3/4 to a cup off, right? It never started to set, and it never would set. So we had this table full of goo in the garage for like 2.5, 3 weeks that would never harden, no matter how high we heated it. Ended up literally having to, oh my God, the mess was bad. Ended up literally having to scoop, like with a painter's knife, like scoop all the goo out by hand. Then I had to get all the bracelets back out of there because we don't want to waste those. Ended up having to soak those in isopropyl alcohol, which I didn't know evaporates over time. So you got to do it quickly. Basically, the new table's done, and the wife and I did it together, and it looks absolutely beautiful. But if you're gonna epoxy, kids, do your research. That's all I have to say. I know that's, a long-winded story, and this is awesome content, I'm sure. But yeah. Oh, faster than yeah, exactly. Yeah. So yeah. So when we poured the new stuff, we poured it on. Let's see, not yesterday, the day before. I guess it would be Wednesday. I think we poured it. Tuesday. Anyway, we poured it one of those days, and we did one layer at a time, and it started to solidify like in 20, 30 minutes. And now it's just like this. It's hard as a rock, and I sanded and everything. But yeah, as long as your ratio is correct, like yeah. All right, I think we might have Steven back here. Maybe not. Okay. Hello, Steven. Some of him.
You want to talk about train wrecks, Mike?
Did a tornado go through Texas or something?
Well, with all the rain we've been having, it's more like a monsoon. Okay. God, I hope that's the last time. All right. Let's get to the freaking game before, and hopefully it's a fast one before that happens again. Let's introduce our team, shall we?
Yeah, let's do it. All right. So,
Anyway.
okay, so I did kind of go with a classic team of mine just because I'm more familiar with them, and I found some really great Scully set cards. So we're going to go with Mr. Albert Holstein. We're going to keep Kresge because that's just, come on, for the same reason why I know you've got Detective Manners on your team. Agent Fox Mulder, Agent Mobox. And the only difference from my normal alien deck, we're going to go with Agent Bonacase. Yeah, I literally sat there and I kind of looked at like who was going to, and I had thought about maybe because there's 3 agents that are all one. And I had thought about maybe putting all 3 of those in instead of, him, but they just don't have any good use. I don't know. So yeah, I went that route. How about you?
That's a pretty good team you got there. And regarding the Scully set agents, Bonacase and Frank Burst are probably the more decent ones of the bunch. I do like Linda Kaleka, though, for her effect in which she can draw 2 cards, but she's got no res and very minimal skill. So I find her a little more worthwhile than Kresge, but not by much. But anyway, let's turn our attention to my team of agents, who you can see before you is appreciatively different than what you have. So I think that's going to prove to be a better matchup than when you have like a lot of the same agents on both sides. Here's what we're working with. We've got Dana Scully, the Gen Con version. We have Nancy Spiller, who frequently you find on teams with Agent Scully, along with her former buddy, Tom Colton. Yep. And from the 1013 expansion, my main man, Detective Manners, my crutch, my heartthrob, my everything.
Hey, do you remember when he yelled at you for like coming down to the bar and he was so mad you weren't there and you couldn't hang out with him?
We're still gonna have to add that footage to the final cut for this one. Like, Steven, where the fuck are you?
Yeah.
That's classic. Oh, Larry Mustard, you are a gentleman and a scholar. And anyway, last but not least, from the 22364 expansion from the Pusher episode, Lieutenant Brophy, who has an effect that states Agent Brophy may use martial arts cards, again, like the adversaries, recalling combat cards when they weren't even a component of this expansion. But Brophy also adds 1 to any damage caused by equipment cards attached to him that have either a close range combat or long range combat modifier. So I'd have to get him, I'd have to equip him with a knife or a Glock or a Mini 14 assault rifle, or M16 as the rewritten card title was. Anyway, so that's my team right there. And I'm eager to get this game going, Mike, and see how this shakes up. Ready to get started?
Let's do it. Let's go a little different here today. I'm gonna just roll a die. All right, just a 8-sided die, and what I want you to do is just pick odd or even. And if you pick it correctly, it's your choice whether you want to go first or second.
I'm an oddball, so I'm going to eat odds on that.
Let me roll in the camera. In the camera. There we go.
Camera.
8.
8. All right, you're starting off as the investigating player then.
All right.
Name of the game, as it always has been, is to be the first to identify your opponent's X file. For which my hidden one is right here, Mike. I don't see yours because you have just a clutter of cards on that.
All right, it's right here.
Table. Right down there.
Right on my
what this card could be. Whoever gets there first, it's going to be the winner.
Well, I think I figured out the pattern in your picking of the X files, so I think I might already know who you are.
You want to go? Well, okay, but I guess we'll find out. All right, let's not reveal it yet, and we'll see if you actually are onto something. A few people have tried to determine what my method is for selecting these cards, but none have gotten it yet. They've come up with some really convoluted possibilities, and I'm like, God, don't think that hard about it. There is a method, but it's not as intricate as some might think it to be. But anyway, let's see if you're right on it, Mike.
Ooh, let's draw our 7.
Let's draw our 7.
Alrighty. Oh boy, here we go. Already off the bat, quite a few Scully set cards. I am psyched for that. Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and draw my 1 for free. I'm going to get 1 for Holstein. These guys are in the, I guess I'll bring them back a little bit here. Bureau here. Oops. All right, so I got Res 1, 1, 0. Presky 0. God, as many times as I look at that card, it never changes.
Come on, Chris. Signed Presky, by the way?
What's that? Oh, yeah, it might have a little. Yeah.
By the way, scribbling on there.
If there's anybody watching, if you really want to sign David Liu's card, send me a message. He
have an infinite amount of them.
So, not an infinite, but like enough. And honestly, I think what it was is I figured this out. This is different. I think I figured out why he signed so many.
Why is that?
So that we would never bother him again.
It's like, this is a one-time thing only, guys. That tracks. I can see that.
All right. So anyway, I'm going to take 1, 2, 3, and 2 for Mulder. And I'm not going to buy any more cards, so I'm just going to take my 2 for Mulder. And go ahead, sir.
Thank you kindly. I was trying to figure out what Jonathan's eeny, meeny, miny, mo was in reference to. Anyway, maybe Jonathan can explain it for me because I'm just curious. Anyway, so I'm going to just part ways with a couple of cards, one of them being the Helicopter Spotter for 4 and Jose Chung for 4. And that's going to take my conspiracy pool up from 5 to 13. And I really didn't draw a whole lot of good stuff to start off this, so let's go with 5 cards, and that'll take it down. No, let's do 4, and that'll take it down to 9.
All righty.
Back to you.
I am going to go ahead and play 2 sites. I'm going to go ahead and use 2 of Mulder's tokens to play them. And we are going to go to first site, Lake Okeechobee, Alien Investigation 4 Motive, and a Scully set card, Abandoned Missile Silo, Black Crow, North Dakota, Alien Investigation 4 Affiliation.
1 bluff on each site, good sir. And this one here is going to be on Lake Okoboji, and this one here is going to be on Black Crow Missile Silo.
Okay, so same side of the table.
Yep.
Okay. I'm just going to move my bureau deck a little bit out of the way here. Okay.
Oh, sorry to interrupt, Mike. Jonathan thinks my process for selecting my X file is eeny, meeny, miny, mo. I said it wasn't that complicated, but now you're just getting too simple, Jonathan. Let me just tell you guys, and this is a big hint, like when it's revealed, you're going to be like, that's very on brand. That is something that you, Stephen, would do for picking your X file. Let me just say, it'll be like, oh, of course he does it that way. Anyway, that is the only hint I'm going to offer. Carry on. I promise it'll make sense when someone figures that out.
Okay, so I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna send. I'm gonna deploy. We're gonna leave the bluffs on there for now. I may have to do some rearranging here though. What we're gonna do. Let's see. Yeah. Should I do that? No, I shouldn't do that yet. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. We're gonna, okay. All right. We're gonna go with Box, Holstein, and Kresge going to Okeechobee, and we're gonna go Mulder and Bonacaze going to Black Crow.
Sounds good. Where would you like to start your investigation? Which site?
I think I'd really like to start going to Black Crow with Mulder.
Let's do it. Tell us about your team's skills and how they're going to be applying it to that site.
Agent Mulder has 4 alien investigation. Bonacaze has 0.
4 alien, you say, but that's just enough to make the prerequisite.
Correct.
Bluff notwithstanding, which I'm about to reveal right now, and
Good.
That is falsified Air Force crash, and that says subtract 4 from one team's alien investigation or criminal investigation skill check, and that costs 6. But because it was face down, I'm going to subtract 5 only from my conspiracy pool to pay for it, and that's going to leave 4 remaining. And so now your team's collective site skill check has just gone from 4 to 0.
So I'll just Langley that.
Yeah, you will. And I noticed that was one of Dax's proxy cards right there. Very nice. That one's not signed by any chance, is it?
Oh, the Langley?
Yeah.
No. I had such a love-hate relationship with FileFest. Like, obviously, it was great. I'm not going to complain about it at all, other than the organizers. But like, I felt so out of place, like, because Dean Haglin's there, and my inner fanboy, was like, sign these 38,000 things, please.
I would sign most of them.
Right, but like then my interior, like I'm the one that's helping put on the event, like I gotta be cool, and I gotta go get him, and him and I walked all the way down there together, and it was just like I'm just hanging out with Langley from the X-Files, like I had to be cool, it was just this weird duality that I had a hard time with. So
I felt that too when I was walking him and his assistant all the way from the convention to where we were putting on the tournament, which really felt like a mile every time. But that was what the perception of a mile walking along with Dean Haglin.
Yeah.
A long time. I mean, come on. That was freaking awesome.
Yeah.
Anyway, so unfortunately, I don't have anything that is going to be able to upend your investigation. You burned my best card, so have at it. Ask away.
Is your affiliation primordial?
Oh, thank God, no, it's not. For a moment there, I thought I recalled which one I picked, and I was like, oh God, I think it is, but it's not.
It's not. Okay.
All right. It is not a cult.
What? I asked if it was primordial.
Oh, sorry, it was primordial. What was your? Sorry, say the question again.
I said, is your X-Files affiliation primordial?
No, it's not.
Okay. All right.
Sorry about that. I think I'm. Gonna have to get an appointment with my ear, nose, and throat doctor while I'm at it.
They're fun, aren't they?
My internet router is going to be standing in line too at the doctor the way it's been acting tonight.
All right. Next up, Lake Okeechobee.
My X-File. Are you going to take a crack at identifying my X-File?
No.
All right. Carry on. Other site.
Yeah, let's go to Lake Okeechobee.
Jonathan's like, no more drugs? I mean, where's the fun in that, Jonathan? Come on. All right, so Lake Okeechobee, that's Alien Investigation 4. Motive is the question. Tell us about your team's skills.
Mo Box, Alien 2, Holstein, Alien 2, Kresge, nothing. And prerequisite, Alien Investigation 4 with a motive.
Okay, so it sounds like you got just enough to make that skill check as well. The one bluff that I have attached to that site is Intruder Countermeasures Program. Play to add 2 to your conspiracy pool immediately. It was face down, so the cost is reduced from 1 to 0, and that's going to take my conspiracy pool up to 6.
Cool.
And I'm weary, but I'm gonna go for broke here and play disciplinary actions for 6, and that's gonna bottom out my conspiracy pool. And I'm gonna play this card on an opposing agent, in which this case it's gonna be Albert Hosteen. Place 3 tokens on this card and move the agent to the bureau. Remove a token during the opponent's debriefing phase. The agent may not leave the bureau until all tokens have been removed. While in the bureau, the agent may not receive or use any equipment, nor may the agent contribute to any skill checks. So you got something you want to use to negate that, like a Frohickey or an Erlenmeyer flask. Well done, sir. Well done. And as you can see, I got a big fat 0 in my conspiracy pool, and thus nothing that is going to curtail that investigation of yours. Ask away.
This is usually how it starts for me, though. Is like I come out strong, and then I just get my ass handed to me. Is your motive control?
My X-Files motive is not control. So far, the ass handing has only been one way and not in my favor. But we're about to pass it over to me, so maybe I can turn this thing around. If anyone who's interested in taking part in the tournament, we do recommend using the Lotus app, which you can find in your app store for free. It's a really handy resource counter if you have a third device that you can use for it. We realize, obviously, digital divide, not everyone has an infinite amount of devices, even in 2024. So you understand if you just want to use typical pennies, beads, or in Dave Meyer's case, beans, like he's freaking Jack and the Beanstalk going on over there in Chicago. But we recommend using the Lotus app, which again, free app. It's intended for Magic the Gathering, but you can use it for X-Files CCG purposes, as it's got a blue counter that you can use to track resource points, as well as a red for conspiracy points. So it fits very well with the color scheme for this game.
The other cool thing about Lotus too is if you have an old cell phone laying around, literally, it doesn't even have to be connected to a network. Just an old, Galaxy 6 or something like that. You can literally turn on the Wi-Fi of that phone, download this program, and then turn off your Wi-Fi, and you have the program to use because it requires no internet connection. There are zero ads of any kind. And it's amazing. The only thing that I have to do with mine is I have to bring the way my cameras are set up is I have to bring my, what's it called? The light level or whatever. I have to bring my light level all the way down on my phone. Otherwise it shows up it's too bright. But other than that, man, this thing's awesome.
So Jonathan wants to know, where can people go to sign up for the tournament, Mike?
People need to check out the rules. Go to the link. So we posted in the Discord group as well as the Facebook group. We posted a link to all the rules, prizes, everything. Okay, and there are instructions,
which I'm going to put in there.
Yeah. But there are instructions on how to sign up because when you do sign up, there's a couple things required, some information that I need. So I guess you could email me just at mmxfilesccg@gmail.com, but I'm just going to be responding right away to you saying, hey, cool, thanks. Now give me all this information. So if you just read the instructions, the official announcement document, it'll tell you everything you need to do to sign up.
It's Jonathan. When you pull up that document, it's going to be on page 2. I know it's like a 6 or 7 page document. First page is the prizes, which of course everyone wants to know what they are. Second page should be tournament entry. It's a half a page, but it outlines exactly what you need to do to sign up and all the steps. But if you still have questions when you read it, just send private message me and Mike. You of all people, you know how to reach us. Jonathan, I'm sorry, but that one has an asterisk in the field, so you got to answer that one.
Oh yeah, that's on you. I'm not saying don't include it.
Yeah. I mean, right?
Different strokes for different folks.
Yeah, no judgment here.
No judgment at all. I'm not saying like you're going to be like getting an email back from me saying, "How dare you include that?" I'll read it and I'll be like,
yeah,
I'll be damned. Okay, but that's as far as it's going to go.
Yeah. I'm reserving my judgment and trash talk for the tournament. I mean, especially for anyone who makes a speed deck, I'm going to be just tearing that thing to pieces verbally. It's going to be, I'm just going to be like just a voiceover, just trash talking the whole game. Look at him playing foresights like that. Come on, be original. Anyway, let's get into debriefing, Mike. And
go ahead. I got 6 on the floor. But yeah, you're good.
All right, cool. Same here. I spent all my good cards on that, so I'm gonna have to replenish my hand as we pass it back to me, which we're about to do. Yes.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, cool. So I'm gonna draw my free card. New briefing phase. I'll be the investigating player for the second round. Mike's gonna be the conspiracy player. And he's going to be trying to upend my team's investigation, which is underway now. So, looking at my team's resource points, Scully has 2, Tom Colton has 2, Agent Nancy Spiller has 1, Lieutenant Brophy has 1, and Alas Detective Manners has 0. So that's going to take my conspiracy pool up from 5 to 11. And of that, I'll get 5 cards with that, and that's going to leave my conspiracy pool at 6. Sell away, sir.
I guess I should probably get rid of that site. I'm going to sell Trepkos for 2, Franklin, PA for 2. And Alien uses oil as transportation medium for 1. For a total of 5. Take me to 10.
Okay.
And I'm good.
And I'm going to play Hard Evidence for 2, which is going to add 5 tokens to my pool. And the cost being factored in is going to take my resource pool up from 6 to 9. For the healing phase, we have no agents currently occupying the ICU, so we're going to skip past that. For requisition phase, I did pull 1 equipment card that I think I'm going to go ahead and requisition, and that is the high-powered flashlight, which adds 2 to actually, yeah, okay, I'm gonna requisition that. I was kind of hemming and hawing over that. I'm gonna requisition the high-powered flashlight to Tom Colton, and that's gonna take his observation skill up from 0 to 2, because the flashlight adds 2 to observation, and that's gonna take my resource pool down from 9 to 5.
All right.
So who knows? You can't be too observant out there, right? And the show was, the show's trademark flashlights were kind of a staple of those episodes, especially in the Vancouver days.
Oh yeah. It's how people in Vancouver can see half the time.
Yeah. And next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna deploy everyone except Lieutenant Brophy to the field. And before I play a site, I'm going to use one of Detective Manners' 2 tokens to bring out a witness resource. I'm looking at the live chat right now to see if David is going to throw his hands up in the air and shout, "Not Kevin Morris." Don't worry, David. It's not Kevin Morris that I'm bringing out, but it is one of the leading members of the Kevin Morris Mafia. If I can find her.
I love that that's a thing.
Yeah. Me too. I actually was thinking about, I had an idea for something that I was going to reach out to you and David about filming a little skit. Nothing too big, for your parts anyway. See if you guys might be interested in doing that.
I think what we need to do is we need to get Larry Musser.
Where is she?
To
no, I think I included her.
Get a photo with the kid that played Kevin Morris.
Yeah, Joel Palmer. Yeah,
and make that like the tournament card.
David Peace is like, I'm out.
You already paid. No.
You're in it to the end now. Okay, so I forgot to include Kristen Killar, so I'm going to actually just use Dr. Nolette. I don't know how I forgot about her. So anyway, Dr. Nolette is going to join the investigation. He's going to hang out in my bureau. He's a witness resource who adds 1 to my resource pool every time a keyword sciences or observation card is played. And I'm going to use Nancy Spiller's token to pay for part of Dr. Nolette. And because he has the keyword sciences and Spiller pays for sciences cards. So I'm only going to take 2 away from my resource pool. And now for case assignment, we're going to potentially be sending the team to the Ambassador Hotel in Washington, D.C. That's a multi-site mic with the keywords criminal investigation and sciences, as well as affiliation and method. And I'm going to use Colton's RP token to pay for that because it has the keyword criminal investigation, and Colton can pay for criminal investigation and bureaucracy cards. And Dr. Nolette is going to add 1 to my resource pool because it has the keyword sciences. I think I'm going to... I'm going to play Make the Deal before you have a chance to put down any bluffs, Mike. And that's going to cost me 2. And Make the Deal is played on a site card during the case assignment phase, of which we're currently in right now. No bluffs may be played on this site except for bluffs, which would negate this card. Discard this card when the site card is discarded.
It's a multi-site. What is it? It's sciences and what else?
Criminal investigation, sciences, affiliation, and method.
Okay. And those are both 5+, right?
Right.
How many criminal do you have without Scully?
Oh, gosh. Without Scully, my criminal investigation is going to be 4. So that would be a little shy of the site prerequisite.
So I'll use Bonacase's token.
Yeah. And so I assume Scully's going back to the Bureau then?
Indeed, she is.
Yeah. All right. So Bonacase's 1-time token takes Scully to the Bureau, and that is going to be problematic because, yeah, Colton currently has 2 criminal investigation going into this site, as well as we didn't actually get into the site. We didn't actually get into investigation yet. But okay, let's go ahead and proceed. We'll send everyone who's remaining to the site. Colton, yeah, and yeah, we'll apply our criminal investigation. I think I might be able. I'm trying to think which. Okay, yeah. Let's try. I'm trying to think if I included a witness that's going to be able to help with this, and I don't think I did. Not one that I'm going to be able to afford. But it's the only option I got. So yeah, we're going to apply our team's criminal investigation to the site, for which Colton has 2, Spiller has 1, Detective Manners has 1. So currently I'm 1 shy of the site prerequisite, but I'm going to use Manners' other token to see if I have a witness that can just give me 1 bloody criminal investigation for no more than 2. And I don't think I've got that.
YOLO.
Yeah. Shoot. Yeah, everything's going to be like 3. Oh, shoot. I should have gone with this. Damn it, I should have gone with sciences. Nope, I got nothing. So you are.
You can still put a witness in your hand, though.
I'm still going to get a witness that I'm going to pawn in the next round. Yeah, I should have gone with. I really should have gone with sciences. I regret that decision. Okay, so who am I going to pull here? Let's just get Lucy Householder out. She's worth 4. Okay, so I'm going to add Lucy Householder to my hand.
Sure.
And we're going to send Ambassador Hotel to the trash bin along with Make the Deal, and ready to head into debriefing, Mike.
Yep, I got 3.
Bear with me real quick. I got to get rid of 1 card, and that's going to be Dissection. Ready to take it back over to you?
Sweet, free card.
Free card.
And I'm going to get my usual 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 3. So that takes me to 5. And 2 cards for Mulder. I'll just draw those 2. And go ahead.
Thank you. I'm going to part ways with the Shotgun for 6, Lucy Householder for 4. Record of Atrocities for 4.
See, we got a couple people popping on from time to time here. Welcome, everybody, to Matt and Mike's X-Files CCG. Doing a live game. First video we've done in a while. Welcome. We've got Steven here with me playing with the Scully set deck. And yeah, man, it's good times. Good times.
Most definitely. So of that, I got 6, 4, and 4. So that's 14.
Dang.
Still got to buy some cards that are going to get me through this round. Let's say 5, and I'll take it down to 9. Back to you.
All right.
Let's hope some good cards come up because I really didn't have much left.
All right. So you bought all your cards, right?
I got my cards. So
okay, cool. I'm going to use Holstein's token.
Yeah, you are. All right. So let's start with the RP cards. I got Langley.
Yeah.
I've got a Frohickey, which is nice.
Nice.
I couldn't afford it, though, in the last one. I've got a Glock 19 semi-automatic pistol.
Cool.
I've got Connorville, Oklahoma, and Carl Wade's Cabin. So those, my friend, are the RP cards.
Cool.
And now for the conspiracy cards, we're looking at Widespread Panic. Subtracts 3 from 1 alien investigation, evidence collection, observation, or sciences skill check. We have Sheriff Teller. Play to change the site prerequisite to sciences 3.
Okay.
We got 2 adversaries. One of them is pheromone-induced psychosis, which has an activator of witness.
Yeah.
I also have Joseph Patnick, result site activator.
Okay.
And a combat card, body armor.
Remind me the Widespread Panic again.
Widespread Panic is going to subtract 3 from 1 alien investigation, evidence collection, observation, or sciences skill check.
And then that bluff card again. I can't remember.
Changes your site prerequisite, whatever it is, to sciences 3.
Yeah, we're gonna go with the bluff. Yeah.
Gotcha. So if you see me playing that card, you're going to get a question regarding my X file.
All right. We are going to go to Striker's Cove, evidence collection 4, affiliation. And Mulder's going to pay for that.
Striker's Cove is evidence collection and affiliation, right?
Correct.
Let's do 1 bluff on that.
Hello from Dallas. Steven's next to the woods.
Well, I'm in Houston. I'm just on the outskirts of Houston, which is about like 4 hours. It's a big state down here. But welcome, Harmonica. Welcome to the chat.
I'm from the north, man. Like anybody's like, I'm in Dallas. I'm like, oh, that's next to Houston and Austin, right? Nah. So we're gonna go ahead and send. You know what? Everybody's going. Everybody's going to play.
As David Peace would say, all in, baby.
All in, baby.
And tell us about your team's evidence collection skills.
Evidence collection. So I've got 2 for Box. I've got 2 for Mulder and 2 for Bonicays. So total of 6.
Total of 6. Right? 6?
Yeah.
6. Okay. The one bluff was the Sheriff Teller card, which I'm not going to pay for, obviously. I'm just going to send that to the trash bin.
Whoa!
That doesn't count as being played. I didn't pay for it, so no question.
All right.
All right, so...
When you played it face down, but...
didn't pay for it. All right, so I got only one card that's going to get me potentially out of this, but I have a feeling you're sitting on a fro hickey, but I'm going to play Widespread Panic for 5, and that's going to take my conspiracy pull down from 9 to 4, and I'm going to subtract 3 from your evidence collection skill check, so that's going to take it down from 6 to 3, so you're 1 shy at this point. Yeah, fro hickey. And so that is negated, and I have nothing else that's going to be able to stop you. Ask away.
Is your affiliation alien?
My X-Files affiliation is not alien, I'm afraid.
Oh,
Care
yeah.
to take a guess at this point?
Yeah, what the heck, man?
You're clearly got a breakaway lead at this point.
That makes the game more fun, you know.
Yeah.
Get you. I'm gonna go with my gut. Like, you know how like you just see something, right, and you should just go for it.
Jumps out at you. It
just jumps out for whatever reason. I don't know.
Yeah.
You know what, Steven?
Actually, hold on. Before you identify my X, before you say it, I want David Peace to state what he thinks my hidden X file is, because he stated a theory earlier as to how I select it. So I want him to type what he thinks my X file is based on that theory. If he knows, he may not.
So I'm gonna circle before he types it. I'm gonna circle what I was gonna pick. That way, if it's right.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm circling it right now.
Right.
Okay, I circled it.
Yeah, I'll give David a minute to type in which one he thinks it is. He may not know. He may not. It's a theory he threw out, but I don't know if that means he knows what my X file will be. He probably doesn't, because he may not even have a checklist in front of him. But I figured I'd give him a chance anyway.
Yeah.
So he threw out a pretty good theory.
Like he was close. Oh, you're biting your lip, dude.
Yep. I told that one hint I gave away that it's on brand with what you would expect me to do with regards to picking my X file. And yeah, David nailed it. So I should never have given away that hint. Before that, it's been a mystery. So yeah, David's got it.
Is David still here?
I don't know if he's still here. We dropped from like 4 viewers to 2, so he may be gone. We got Jonathan Hagee and Harmonica, I think, is probably still in attendance, so he may be gone. Anyway, Mike, why don't you go ahead and tell us what you think my hidden X file is?
All right, man. Are you the host?
My X file is not the host.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, you know,
YOLO. And for that reason, I've been awarded a penalty question regarding Mike's X file. I can ask either an affiliation question or yeah, or you have incurred a penalty, Mike.
Yeah, I like that better.
Penalty on the field. And so now I think I'll go with an affiliation question rather than take a 1 in 41 guess. We'll start from the top. Mike, by any chance, is your X-Files affiliation alien?
No.
And so that takes away 8 possibilities from that 41. Obviously, still a ways to go, and I need to at least successfully investigate a site first. So let's head into debriefing. I've got 1 too many cards in my hand, so 1's got to go.
I got 4, and I'm good. I'm going to go use the little boys' room real quick.
Sounds good. I think I'm going to part ways with pheromone-induced psychosis. I'm not sure if I can expect Mike to drop a witness tonight. Anyway, so yeah, Mr. David Peace has finally solved the method for which I go about choosing my hidden X file, and because of that, I'm probably going to have to adopt a different method going forward. Bravo, David. I had a feeling once I gave that little hint that was going to be the end, but I've had you guys stringing along long enough trying to figure it out. Oh, you're back, David. So I thought we lost you there. So congrats, David. You figured out my selection process. I don't know if that tells you what my hidden X file is tonight, because you would have to have watched the previous episode, which was last weekend. So if you recall, if you tuned into that one, that would be your answer would be there. But you'd also have to be able to be good at sorting or checking IMDb, one or the other. Yeah, John. Yeah, got to come up with a new method now, and I will. Maybe I'll go random for a little while until another idea occurs to me. I never had a backup process in mind, but yeah, there you have it. If you didn't see what it was, you can scroll, send it. I don't think he needs to do that, Jonathan. Mike is mopping the floor with me at this point. I mean, I'm going to need a miracle to come back at this point.
I'm back.
All right, so I've discarded pheromone-induced psychosis. I'm at 7 now. You ready to pass it back to me?
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
All right, free card coming my way. And looking at my team's resource points, I still am generating the full 6, 2 from Scully, 2 from Colton, 1 from Spiller, 1 from Brophy. And so that's going to take my resource pool up from 2 to 8. I'm going to return Colton's RP token. I'm going to return Spiller's RP token so they can continue paying for resource cards. I think I'll just do two cards. That'll leave me with 6 resource points. Back to you.
I'm good. Well, should I be? I don't know. Yeah.
You're good?
Yeah, I'm good.
You're staying as you are.
I'm staying.
Right.
Yeah. No more bets.
Okay. Before we exit the briefing phase, I'm going to play Friend in the FBI, which came up as one of the 2 cards I just bought. And that's a resource card that's placed in my bureau section. I'm going to place 10 tokens on the card. And during the subsequent briefing phases, I can take up to 2. Well, actually, starting in this briefing phase. I'm sorry, I was quoting Rejuvenating Caves from memory there. So during the briefing phase, I can take 2 tokens from this card and add them to my resource pool. The tokens will become resource tokens. And when I've removed all 10 from this card, it's discarded. So it's a resource card until then. So the card costs 2 to play, but I'm going to just remove 2 tokens from the top to pay for it. So my my resource pool is going to stand as it is because we're still in the briefing at this point. Anyway, let's continue past that to healing, for which no healing is going to be necessary because everyone is still in top form right now. For requisition, I kind of really wanted to requisition something. I don't know if I'm going to, that might screw me over because I don't have enough resource points to go around. So I might have to skip that for now. Wait till I can afford it. Let's send Scully back to the field for deployment phase. And for case assignment, we're going to, where are we going to send them? Let's see. Let's potentially send them, that is, to Carl Wade's creepy cabin in Easton, Washington. I think I think it's a far cry from where David Peace lives in Washington State, but who knows? Maybe Carl Wade's his neighbor. Carl Wade's cabin is a multi-site with the following keywords: behavioral and sciences, motive and method. I'm going to use Spiller's token to pay for that site because it has the keyword sciences, and Dr. Millette is going to add 1 to my resource pool because it has the keyword sciences. Bluff me, Mike. It's not a laugh you want to hear during this game, or, well, really any other time.
I'm going to go 1 face down bluff, pause.
Okay.
I'm not your source for 4.
Okay, that's going to prevent me from playing witnesses and events, right?
Correct.
Yeah, right. So you place 2 tokens on it, and you have to remove the token to indicate that this site, if you wish to remove one, I'm not going to be able to do so at this site, so it's going to leave 1 token on that card. Is that the option you're going to take?
That's correct. Yep. So
all
no
right.
events or witnesses for you for the remainder of the turn.
But can I play an event to negate that?
You totally could.
Yeah, I would think so. Thing is, I don't really have a whole lot to pay left to pay for it, though. But if I don't, we're gonna. First things for. Yeah, we'll play Frohickey and negate that one. But
all right.
Oh wait, I was taking from my conspiracy pool. What did I have in my conspiracy pool? 4?
Yeah.
I think I had 4, but someone remind me if I had something different. So I'm gonna pay Frohickey for 3. That's gonna take my resource pool down to 4, and we're gonna negate I'm not your source. Yeah, anyone who's watched Jonathan, Mike, can you go back and tell me if I had 4 conspiracy before I started clacking away at the wrong counter?
1 bluff.
1 bluff. And I'm going to use Scully's token to take a look at that before we send our agents to that site.
Geraldine Callan.
Go ahead and read that one for the audience because that's a Scully set 1, and it's a pretty unique effect.
Draw the top 3 cards from your bureau deck. If any of the drawn cards are playable conspiracy cards, you may immediately play 1, my choice, for 0 cost. Discard the remaining cards from your bureau deck.
Mm-hmm.
Remind me, what's the activator requirement for your site again? I'm sorry.
It's behavioral sciences, motive, method. Yeah. I think Geraldine College just has a site activator, right?
Yeah, behavioral sciences. I just couldn't remember what it was.
Okay. All right. So that, as you saw from your hosting effect earlier, I do have a Langley that I'm still sitting on.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm a little bit shy on resources. So if you got anything else, I'm probably going to have a hard time getting past it. Anyway, let's carry on into investigation phase. We're going to send all 4 of the agents to the site. We're going to be applying our sciences skills to it, for which Scully has 3, Colton has 1, Nancy Spiller has 2, for a total of 6.
All right. Well, I will go from 6 to 5.
She only costs 1, or she costs 2, but face down. Gotcha.
So I'm going to draw the top 3 cards, and if one is a conspiracy, I can play it for 0 cost. So we've got a sight, no bueno.
Yep.
We've got an alien stiletto, no bueno.
No bueno. Come on,
And
come on. RP card, RP card.
RP card. Travel plans.
Oh, not one you want to lose. Whew, skated by on that one. It's a cool card, but it's obviously got a high risk element to it that may or may not prove useful. But I like that. I like that you took a shot and played it. It's a pretty interesting card. It's one of those more standout cards in the Scully set compared to some of the other ones, which are more or less variation on a theme. Anyway, so at this point, my team's still looking. My team is still sitting pretty at this point, Mike, unless you got something else you want to play.
David wanted to see it.
Oh, I think I think I know what you're about to throw down.
Carl Wade!
That's not who I was. I thought you were going to play Pusher.
No, he wanted to see Carl Wade.
Oh, which is fitting because we're at Carl Wade's cabin.
Right?
Yeah. Very
He's
thematic.
cabin.
That deserves a golf clap. Right. All right, start with his activator. I assume it's motive site. Yeah, motive site. Okay, which that's one of the motive, or that's one of the activator or site. That's one of the keywords on the site. Yeah. Tell us about his keywords.
Keywords are adversary, primordial, creature, abduction.
Okay. All right.
What's that? You got something?
I got some. Oh no. Yes, I do. I got something. Yeah.
Carl Wade engages an opposing agent, my choice, in combat. If Wade reduces the agent to 0 health, discard this card and place the agent in the hospital with 3 tokens on it. Remove 1 token in each of the owning player's briefing phases. While tokens are on the agent, they may not heal damage. When the last token is removed, the agent may heal damage as normal. This card is considered an abduction card.
Mm-hmm.
We'd be going after Spiller in this scenario.
However, before we go to combat, I'm going to play Street Contacts for 1. And that's going to take my resource. Oh, actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use Tom Colton's RP token to pay for Street Contacts because it has the keyword criminal investigation, and Colton can pay for criminal investigation keyword cards. So that's going to be a freebie right there. And I'm going to search my bureau deck once again, and I'm going to place 1 witness card in my hand. I'm going to show it to you and make quick work of your creepy Carl Wade.
Hey, man, I wasn't the one that went to his cabin. You came to him.
I did. You said primordial creature, right? Just want to verify that before I pull the
primordial creature. Yep.
Primordial creature. Excellent. And man, I'm going to, courtesy of Detective Manners, Dr. Daniel Trepkos, and I'm going to immediately play him for 2, and that's going to allow me to negate 1 primordial creature.
Well played, man. I had a whole bunch of stuff there, and you were able to come out on top, man. I'm not even mad. You go ahead and ask.
Yeah. I like that. You got to work for the win, as it should be.
Yep, that was good.
As it should be. Okay, so I'm going to take a crack and say 1 remaining conspiracy point. You got nothing more that's going to be able to stop me, right?
Nope.
All right, so my team, having walked away from that with a successful investigation, and we've sent Carl Wade to the slammer where someone's undoubtedly going to make him their Maytag. My team, on the other hand, has been awarded a method or a motive question. And Mike, by any chance, is your X-Files motive security?
No, it is not security.
All right. So that's going to scratch off a few more possibilities. I've got you down to 28 remaining. That's still quite a few to want to take a crack at identifying your X-File at this juncture. So I'm going to go nay on that. And I'll send Carl Waits
I had
Cabin.
you down to 20 and I took a guess, but whatever.
What's that?
I had you down to 20 and I took a guess.
We got a little bit of a lead on me at this point. All right. So I think we're ready to head into debriefing. Yes?
Yep, I just got the one. I'm good.
Okay. One too many cards in my hand, so bear with me. Let's get rid of Lula Phillips for one. Well, not for one, but we're going to discard her because I got too many cards in my hand and she's the odd man out. Or one, she's the odd woman out. Sorry.
2024, man. Be careful.
Yeah. Let's carry on. Let's carry on.
All right. So I'm going to draw a free card. Is that cool?
That is cool.
Sweet. Huh. All right. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. And 2 for Mulder, I guess. Jesus. Go ahead.
Okay. I'm going to part ways with Nurse Owens for 6.
Nice.
Binoculars for 2. Cleanup operation for 4. And that's going to take my conspiracy pool up from 4 to 16. Oops. And let's go with 5 cards, which will take it down to 11. Back to you. What are you thinking? Got something?
Maybe. I mean, you know how it is with this game. Like you see something that doesn't ordinarily come up, and you're just trying to work through the logic of it. Can I make this work?
Gotcha. Oh God, yeah. And of course, working with well, at least especially in your case, an unfamiliar set. This is your first foray with it.
It is. Yeah, this is literally my first Scully set game, which is cool. Ironically enough, however, not a card in my hand is a Scully set card.
Okay, so this is a commercially released one, huh?
Yeah. It's just kind of an interesting.
Well, it's a friendly game, and I'll be glad to help talk you through it, especially if it's going to be a pretty awesome effect. Because I think the entertainment value outweighs whoever would be the potential winner of the game. So I'll gladly talk you through it if the end result is going to be an awesome play.
Well, I don't know. There's been some moments when you and I have played that even David May himself has to step in. So none of us has all the answers.
But I've done a bout of games with Guillaume lately where we've been playing some of the more infrequently used cards, so it's a chance maybe.
Yeah, while I think about this, can you tell me? I didn't read it yet because I was on the coast. I was off for so many days. There was recently a Langley dispute. right?
Yeah, that one came out of a game between Dave Meyer and Alistair over in Scotland.
What was that? What was that about? Give me the cliff notes.
So Joost from the Netherlands, who was tuning in live for that matchup, or he was tuning into the live matchup of that game, put a keen eye to the language of the Langley card, something that has been brought up previously, not necessarily in our community, but in the past, back in the days, when like Kevin Marion was still running tournaments. And I believe this is even on his FAQ, where it brought into question how to play the Langley card when there are multiple bluffs attached to a site. And the Langley card, as it's spelled out, says that when there's more than one bluff on the site, it's discarded at random.
Yeah.
But the question is like how to apply that how do you effectively apply that random aspect to it? And at what point do you play it? Do you play it when the first bluff is revealed and then take a shot at
so if the first bluff is revealed and you don't like that one,
and you're like, I think I can get by with that, or it's
right?
I
see what you mean. But then wait a minute, it doesn't matter that one's been revealed and the others haven't. There's still 3 on the site. It still has to be random,
right? Because you're supposed to the rules don't say how exactly you're supposed to reveal the bluffs. Traditionally, we've been revealing them one at a time, and before the next one is revealed, the opposing player has to resolve it before the next one's revealed. That's how we've been traditionally playing it. But the rules don't say how you reveal them. Like, are you supposed to just flip them all over and then pay for all of them at that point, and then your opponent can play? We don't really have a keen understanding of how the bluffs get revealed. But the rules say that you're supposed to kind of like resolve them like first come, first serve basis with the cards. Yeah. So that's why that's sort of engendered us to play or reveal one bluff at a time and not reveal the next one until it's gotten resolved.
Has Dave May ruled in on that yet? Or
I think he made one comment, but it really wasn't. It didn't quite cast a clear picture on that question. So we kind of left it up. We just kind of left it as it is. The No One So Paranoid card is a little simpler in its text in that it just says like one bluff negates one bluff attached to the site, which that's clear. It doesn't have anything to do with it being random. You could just choose. If you play No One So Paranoid and use the Langley effect from that, you can just pick and choose whatever bluff you want to discard. But the Langley card itself has that bit of awkward text as how to address multiple sites. Multiple bluffs on a site. Okay. But that does that tie into your question?
No, I was just I needed distraction.
Gotcha. Well, you've earned it considering my Wi-Fi was crapping out earlier, and you really had to work for time. As I was trying to.
And honestly, man, I've been sitting here struggling, but I'm gonna have to go into debriefing phase. Excuse me, debriefing.
Oh, you got nothing? Okay.
I can't do anything this turn. I mean, I can, but I don't want to.
Why not?
You
got a site, right?
I got my reasons.
Okay. All right. Well, that means I'm gonna have to get rid of quite a bit. Because I did get 5 cards there, so well, no, I don't have to get rid of that much, but it's still
let me put it this way. I have a site.
2 cards gotta go.
What's that? I was going to say, let me put it this way. I have a site, but I have no way of defending it.
Gotcha. Well, it's always going to come down to the activators. So if the activators get met, but that's there's a risk assessment there. So you're definitely not going to try for it?
Nah, man, I can't do it.
What happened to YOLO?
Oh,
well, how about this? You can put the site down, Give me a chance to put some bluffs on it if I have any, and then you can decide if you don't have to send the team. You could be like, I'll just I'll come back to it.
That's actually not a bad idea.
And then that way, I don't know if you have more than 8 cards, and that way you won't have to worry about discarding any and debriefing.
It's fair. It's a good. You know what? You sold me, man. You sold me.
Let's at least go that far into the investigation, and then you can decide what you want to do.
Dead Horse Alaska.
Sorry. So everyone's deployed, right?
Yeah. Everybody's Dead Horse Alaska. Box paid for it.
All right. Cool. All right. That's alien investigation, evidence collection. Help me out with the questions.
Affiliation result.
Affiliation and results. So let's do.
I thought for sure Encyclopedia Arvidsson would know that.
I know the skills for all the sites. It's the questions I'm a little iffy about at times. But yeah, I've played Dead Horse Alaska enough. You think I would know it. I do know for a fact that it has a condition attached to it, if you want to consider that.
Well, all those ones did, but... so you're putting one bluff on there?
I think so. Let me confer. Yeah, just one bluff.
Okay, cool. Yeah, just like you said, I'm going to set that aside and go to debriefing.
All right. At least in this case, I only have to get rid of 1 card now as opposed to 2.
Yeah.
And I think it's going to be... It's going to be that body armor combat card I've been holding on to in hopes of the right adversary coming up. So that's the odd man out.
All right.
What about you? Keeping everything in your hand?
Yeah, I only got 3 here.
All right, back to me then. Free card. And once again, generating 6 resource points from my team. So that's going to take my pool up to 8. I'm going to take 2 from friend in the FBI, and that's going to take it up to 10. I'm going to return Colton and Spiller's RP tokens.
David Peace is out.
Indeed he is. I think I want to stay as it is. No buying.
Cool. I'm going to sell 2 sites for 4.
Okay. Which 2 are they? Just out of curiosity.
Sorry. Broad Street, Philadelphia, criminal investigation. Franklin, PA, criminal investigation.
Okay, cool.
And I'm going to play a mulligan.
At least that sites are on there. Oh, mulligan. All right.
You good with that?
Yep.
All right. All right. The F. Hold on. So one of my cards, my cases, blew out, and it sucked in another card.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure it was this one. I didn't get a chance to really look through them yet. I'm pretty sure it was that one, but let me get a new case for this one.
All right.
Got one more. Not that it's going to help me anyway because I have 2 freaking conspiracy points, but okay. All right, man, go ahead. Go nuts.
And
yeah. Oh, yeah, none of this.
for...
Ironically enough, the one that I thought was
Yeah.
like one that was like the only one that would have helped. So
So for healing, we'll be doing none of that for this round. For requisition, I'm going to equip Lieutenant Brophy with the Glock 19 semi-automatic pistol, which is going to add 2 to his long-range combat. And that's going to take my resource pool down from 10 to 6. And now we're going to send Lieutenant Brophy out to the field with the rest of the agents during the deployment phase. So he's going to be packing some heat as we head into the case assignment, and who knows, maybe he'll get a chance to apply that effect of his as we look at potentially going to. Actually, I think this is the second time we've been. Is this the first or second time we've been to Baltimore? I think it's the first time. Anyway, we're looking at sciences and evidence collection as the site prerequisite, and the questions are method or result. And if I ask if the method is threats, the skill check is reduced to 4. I'm going to state right now, going into it, that's going to be the game plan. Bluffs.
I'm going to go with the blue plate special, man.
All right, that's a good call considering where you are conspiracy wise. So if you get a decent conspiracy card, that's gonna make or break this.
Ready?
Let's do it.
Yeah. Oh, this is the one that I thought. Okay.
Oh man, not that one. Oh, that's a.
Oh no!
No.
Oh, yeah.
God in heaven, not that one.
Jeopardizing the X-Files. Force
Yep.
one opponent to immediately discard their entire hand.
Yep.
Your opponent, at their option, may opt to pay 3 res for each card they do not want to discard.
Mm-hmm. What are the keywords on that, if there are any? It's probably just a... God damn it.
Oh, when Steven says, God damn it, that's not a good thing.
I mean, I do have one thing that's going to get me out of it, but it's going to tank my resource pool, and that's No One's So Paranoid. So I'm going to play that for 5, and I'm going to have 1 measly resource point left, and I'm going to use the throw hickey option there to negate that ugly event.
Woo!
The Scully set has a few dick cards in there.
Oh, that's a dick card.
That is definitely a dick card.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, I was dreading seeing that one.
I can't do anything, though, so go ahead and ask.
All right, cool. It seems like a lot of the show-stopping cards in all of the commercial release cards and the Scully set either feature Deep Throat or Cigarette Smoking Man on there. They're always like the most brutal show-stopping cards in the whole set. You got like Deep Throat, Event card. You got like freaking Deny Everything, the Cigarette Smoking Man Strikes. There's also the Cigarette Smoking Man Solution that's in the Scully set. That is freaking brutal card right there.
They were the 2 biggest antagonists in the entire show up until they killed Deep Throat.
Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah.
Obviously, by the way, I don't know if you noticed this, and Billy Reed, if you're watching, I'm sorry, but the Cigarette Smoking Man is still alive because the Bills did not make it to the Super Bowl. Wide right.
Well, I don't think they need the Cigarette Smoking Man to keep them from getting the Super Bowl.
Ooh, shots fired! Shots fired!
All Bills fans now. Hey, it's your it's Mike Max X-File CCG. So I'll praise the Bills over on Alien Investigations. It's like, go Bills! All right. So anyway, sending all the team to the site. Sciences is the name of the game. Scully's got a lot. Colton's got 1. Spiller's got a couple to add to it. Enough. You've got nothing to stop me. As I said earlier, I'm going to ask if the method is threats, if it's successful, and it was. So, Mike, is your X-Files method threats?
My method is not threats.
Okay. And so that shaves off 5 more from your X-File. Got you down to 23. Still trailing you as of this point, but not by much, thank goodness. No identity question is going to be taken at this time. Discarding Baltimore, Maryland. Time to debrief. As it not take your pants off. Keep your pants on, Mike.
Who said I was wearing pants?
Yeah. Touche. So, getting rid of anything?
No, I got 6. I'm good.
Alrighty. Let's get rid of puzzles within puzzles and pass it back to you.
All right. I'll grab my free card here.
Mm-hmm.
Joy. And put 3, 2, 3, and I'll draw 2 for Mulder. And go ahead.
I'm going to sell Hell Money for 4, medical treatment for 1, and I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. So that's 5. That's going to take it up to 16. And let's do 4 cards. That'll leave me with 12. Back to you.
All right. I'm just going to go out on a limb here and say if I can get this to work, this is going to be one of the coolest things I've ever done on this channel. Not just gameplay, but on Mike and Matt's X-Files CCG.
I don't know. That Gen Con giveaway was something special. And not to mention that
you'll know what I mean here.
All right.
Shortly.
It will be undoubtedly remembered in the annals of Mike and Matt's X-Files CCG for sure.
We are going to go to St. Paul, Minnesota.
Clyde Brookman's Final Repose, Scully set site. Criminal investigation is the prerequisite.
Correct.
I think it's affiliation.
Result.
Okay. And as far as bluffs go, I don't have any face down bluffs.
Come on!
I got none. Sorry.
Everybody's going to that site.
And tell us about your team's criminal investigation skills.
Box for 3. Kresge for 1. Mulder for 2. And Bonicace for 2. So that's 8.
You got enough. 8?
Hold on. I may have misspoken. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 8. Yeah.
Okay. It's a shame I discarded that puzzles within puzzles because that would have been exactly what I needed to stop you, but didn't know you were going to go criminal this time.
I go criminal.
It does have a result activator, though, huh?
It does.
I'm going to play Joseph Patnick for 4, and that's going to take my resource pool down to 8. Joseph Patnick has an activator of result site, of which this is. His keywords are adversary, government, and phenomena. You got anything to negate him? An X, maybe? You usually don't leave home without one.
No, let's go to combat.
Sounds good. So Joseph Patnick has an effect that states subtract 1 from all damage sources applied to this adversary. The long-range combat round is skipped.
Okay. So we're going short range, and every single one of my agents has a -1?
Correct.
Okay.
So starting with Mo Box, I think he's got 2 close range, right?
So he'll be a 2, but -1, so he'll be a 1. Holstein will be a 0.
Kresge's 2.
Will be a 2 -1, so 1.
Mm-hmm.
Molder will be a 2 -1, so a 1. And Bonacre is 2 -1, so I do 4 damage.
4 damage. And before we assign damage, did you want to play any combat cards?
No, why would I have combat cards in my deck?
Well, that's always this is the time to play combat cards. If you were going to play any.
Oh, I'm good.
Does Mobox have 4 or 5 health?
4.
4? Okay. And so we'll go ahead and assign damage. So your team has just enough close range to send Joseph Patnick's health spiraling down from 4 to 0, but simultaneously he's going to inflict 4 close range onto Mobox, which is going to be enough to send him to the hospital.
Okay.
And I'll send Joseph Patnick packing, and he'll shuffle off to the discard pile. Very much worse for wear. And
4 health means 2 damage tokens, right?
He gets 4 damage tokens on him. You can remove 2 in each of the healing phases.
Okay.
So as we exit the combat subroutine, you're still sitting on, if I'm not mistaken,
5.
5. And I don't think I've got any. Yeah, I've got nothing else. So ask away.
Result?
Yep.
All right.
What is that card you have underneath Kresge? Is that right below? Or no, I'm sorry, that's under the table, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, it looks like that card is just like part of the. It is so confusing.
Oh yeah, this one too. Yeah, kind of looks like it's under there.
It does, yeah.
One thing, honestly, like somebody made a comment about that. Like, I don't know if I could ever play on a board like that because you can't tell. And my first response was like, "Hey, F you, man! I busted my butt on this." But then the more I play on this board, I'm like, "Damn it!"
I don't know if that's a tournament legal board you got there, Mike.
Right?
No wonder you can't take part in the tournament. The best you can do is officiate it. All right, so you're going to get a result question this time. So what's it going to be?
Is your result death?
My X-Files result is not death. But in asking whether or not it's death, that typically shaves off a lot of possibilities because many of the X-Files have a result of death. 13, actually. So even though that was a no, undoubtedly, Mike, you're going to have quite a few to scratch off now.
All right, I'm gonna go for my second gut, man. I'm gonna guess.
You're going to guess? What's it going to be?
Are you central operating system?
My X-File is not the central operating system.
All right.
So how many do you have me down to at this point?
$13.
Okay. I have you at 23, but that's about to change because, once again, penalty on the field. And I'll be asking a result question of your X-File, Mike. And by any chance, is your X-Files result insanity?
Let me find my X-File. Oh, there it is. Result is not insanity.
Okay. Okay, that takes the number of possibilities down to 19. You're still very much in the lead. Let's say before we exit, I'm going to play Rejuvenating Caves for 2. And that, like Friend in the FBI is going to allow me to remove 2 tokens, but however, I won't be able to do that until the next time I'm the conspiracy player. So I got 10 tokens on this card, and they will allow me to add up to 2 to the conspiracy pool. It's actually supposed to get placed next to my X file according to the card rule. So this is the bluff from that earlier site that you have yet to.
I got it here with you. We're good.
Yeah. All right. So that bluff is going there. My X file is right here. Rejuvenating Caves is there. And so now I've got 7, so I'm good now.
I've got 8, so I'm going to get rid of the plainclothes man, a Scully.
It's a shame that one doesn't work on the X file card.
Well, it specifically
Yeah, if only did. Were you planning to use them to look at a bluff if I had played one?
No, not necessarily. I just
That's about all he really can do.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm so curious what that is. This a good time to ask what was your kick-ass plan, or did it obviously didn't come to fruition? So is that something that could potentially come up later, or
it could come up later.
Okay, so then don't tell me.
I guarantee you. Don't let me forget, though. I guarantee you, though, if it doesn't work or I have to discard it, or we'll talk, because it's gonna be awesome.
Awesome. We'll talk about it in the post game chat then.
Oh okay. No, I'll tell you. I'll tell you straight up at the end of the game. Like, yeah,
all right.
Yeah.
Cool. Right, and now we're gonna pass it back to me then. Yes. 3 card, new round, and we are once again going to be generating 6 resource points courtesy of my team, which is going to take my resource pool up to 7. We're going to take 2 more from Friend in the FBI, and that's going to take it up to 9. I've got 4 tokens left on Friend in the FBI. And I think I'll just buy 2 cards. Over to you.
Man, I got a lot. Smoke and mirrors for 5. Losing your tail for 3. Try to remember for 4. 2 one breaths.
Holy cow! All right.
Which, if I'm not mistaken, is
8 plus 12, 15, 20, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's going to give you 22 conspiracy. Holy cow.
Yeah.
That's basically a mulligan of the hand right there. Except in this case, it goes all to your conspiracy pool. 22 conspiracy points.
And I think I'm going to buy...
Damn.
I'm going to buy 6.
And that's going to leave you with 16. That is a lot to work with. I am going to admit I'm a little nervous going into this, but I still got 7 resource points. It's meager by comparison, but we'll see how I put it to use. Let's skip past healing. Once again, no one's in the hospital thus far. Let's see if that holds true by the end of this round. For requisition, we're going to skip past that as well. We've pretty much divvied out all the equipment cards I'm going to shell out this game. For deployment, everyone's going to stay deployed as they are. Strength in numbers. I'm just trying to keep my equipment cards visible so I don't forget that they're there. And for case assignment, let's look at sending the team to NASA Mission Control in Houston, Texas, right where I am, pretty much. And that's a multi-site with the keyword sciences and observation, affiliation, and result. I'm going to use Spiller's token to pay for that because it has the keyword sciences. And Dr. Nolette is going to add 1 to my resource pool because it actually has sciences and observation, of which he He can add 1 to the pool if either are present. And turn to you for bluffs.
No face down bluff.
No face down bluffs. Okay, so let's head in, and we're gonna send everyone to the site. And is this where we're gonna go? Observation. Got 2 from Scully, 2 on Colton. Yeah, let's apply our team's sciences skills to the site, for which Scully has 2. Colton has 2, courtesy of the high-powered flashlight, and Detective Manners has 2.
Okay. We're going to start things out with an adversary, Luis Cardinal.
Oh boy, I was not looking forward to him coming up because we've had quite a discourse about that first sentence in his game effect.
Luis Cardinal can attack 1 agent, your choice, for 1 round of long range and close range combat.
Yep. Yeah.
So
the question is whether or not the other agents can attack him. He's limited to only attacking 1, but unlike the crew cut man, which states that only the participating agent may take part in the combat. Cardinal's his language doesn't quite say that the other agents can't attack him. As I was of the position that they can, but as Dave Meyer and I were going back and forth, that they were looking at applying the spirit of the card, which I'll agree that if you're going by intent, in all likelihood, they were probably leaning towards it being a mono-e-mono, probably.
I would absolutely agree with that. I didn't think about that until now, but yeah, the spirit of the game would be a mono 1 round, and then because I mean he's a 3-2-4.
Yeah, but he's got the broadest activator of agent. Crew Cut Man costs 6, which is double what he costs, and Crew Cut Man is limited to method sight. Yeah. And Crew Cut Man he's the one that is definitely mono-e-mono as part of the text. So it's like that broad look at he can be played on anything. He doesn't have a sight activator. He just says agent, so he can attack anytime basically. And he costs 3. That's kind of where I'm like, come on.
And again, to the spirit of the game, right? Yeah. Because the guys that we know, we've talked to, right?
Yeah.
Were the guys that were creating these cards based upon the show, right?
Yeah.
It wasn't their job to create a game effect and then cherry pick some place from the show to fit that in, right? It was their job to watch the show, know what happened, create effects based upon the show, right? In the show,
as close to faithful as possible,
right? In the show, Luis Cardinal, he ducks in, gets out, right? If he was still around after that point, yeah, the Bureau, everybody would come down on it. So in this particular card's spirit of the game, I would say it would just be 1 round and mono. If he survives after that, holy crap, everybody's coming to beat the crap out of him.
Right.
Does that sound fair? Can we agree on that?
I mean, I get that. Yeah, if we're talking about spirit of the game and intent, but again, that's always something that we at best can speculate at.
Not a perfect game.
Yeah. Yeah, friendly game, but it's more like how we would choose to interpret the card. Really, like, yeah, other than like maybe like we only had 2 people voice chime in, and I think they were both leaning towards it being a mono-e-mono matchup. So yeah, let's do that.
I've been sitting in this exact same seat, all right, when Dave May have straight up just said live on the air, Mike, you're wrong.
Oh yeah, about the explosion.
No, we're not getting into that. No. But you know what I mean? Like I'm just saying, like, sometimes part of this game is fighting the battles that you can win and succeeding the ones that,
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, like in this particular case, if I was in your position, you've said it yourself. Multiple people have said, in the spirit of the game and the card, it should probably go like this way.
Mm-hmm.
Like maybe we go that way. And you know what? If we need to come back and have a discussion later, we're having a friendly game, right? Then we address it. We move forward later. But for now, I think
this underscores the reason why, if the two players can't reach a consensus on it, then they yield to an adjudicator to make a ruling, regardless of whether it is deemed later on to be correct. It's kind of like the umpires in baseball. It's like
NFL,
stand as it is, and you just have to deal with it.
Pass interference 2 weeks later, that obviously wasn't pass interference. Well, it stood at the time. Correct.
Before we head into combat, though, I am going to play Roach Completes the Link for 2, and that's going to allow me to play. I'm going to play this card after combat has been initiated, which we're heading into it as of this point. I'm going to search through my bureau deck and add any 2 combat cards to my hand. And I really didn't go with too many combat cards that were going to be used by the investigating players, unfortunately. So I don't even know. I've got a couple in my hand, but I don't know if I don't think I have any. I got that one. There's that. I'm going to take that one out. Do I have any others? No. I think that's the only. Yeah, I'm gonna get just the one. That's all I got. So I'm gonna send Roach Completes the Link to the discard pile. That's a pretty decent Scully set card. If you got a deck that's.
Why is your bureau deck face up?
Shit, because I'm an idiot and I just do another quick shuffle real quick because. Oh Jesus!
Hey man.
Yeah.
It's late. It's all right.
All right. Okay. So face down as it should be. Okay. So it doesn't say I have to show you which combat card I added. So, but you'll find out in a moment. Now let's head into combat. We're gonna interpret it this time that it's a mano-a-mano matchup. So you get to choose which agent you want to square off with.
Well, I'm going to go after Colton because he's got the most
observation. Yeah. Okay. So it's going to be Colton versus Luis Cardinal. And this is kind of fitting because what did I title this? Or no. Actually, never mind. I take that back. I created a game with Dave Meyer for tomorrow night, which I'll go ahead and promote. If you're watching this live right now, which 2 people are, if you're watching this live, do note that there's going to be an encore game tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Central Standard Time, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on my channel, Alien Investigations. I'm going to be squaring off with Dave Meyer, and we are also going to be using cards from the unreleased Scully set expansion. So it's a doubleheader weekend with Scully set expansions. So tune in tomorrow night and see another terrific matchup. I titled that episode Luis Cardinal Attacks When Agents Are Near, which is a play on an old saying. Cardinals, it's a saying that goes like Cardinals appear when angels are near. So Cardinal. Yeah.
Suddenly appear.
Yeah, but that's what I call that episode tomorrow night because I had a feeling that because given the fact that Dave Meyer went on and on and on and on about this adversary card, it wouldn't surprise me if he appears tomorrow. Anyway, let's head into combat. So it's Colton versus Luis Cardinal, and tell us about Luis Cardinal's long range combat.
3, close range 2, health 4.
Okay, so Colton has a. He's got 3.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh no! Wait. Okay, no. I'm okay. The math was not processing right in my head. Let me make sure I got.
Cover.
What's that?
Player take cover.
Yeah, which you can see right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought it said that it had to be.
I'm busting your balls, man.
No, yeah, because I was thinking of, there's another card called Dodge, which it has to be, you subtract from 4 damage points. You can subtract when it's 4 damage being applied, and that's why I was like, oh shoot, he's only got 3. So no, but that's dodge. This is take cover. So here's what I'm going to do, actually. So he's got 3. Colton has 2 long range. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to play 2 combat cards at this point, Mike. The first one is take cover for 2, and that's played on any combatant to decrease damage from 1 long range source by 2 points. So Cardinal is only going to be able to inflict 1 onto Colton, while Colton Colton has 2 long range. I'm going to play my second combat card for 2, and that is semi-jagged hollow points. And that is played on any combatant in a long range combat round to add 2 points to that combatant's long range skill. So Colton's going to be coming at Cardinal with a total of 4 long range, which is going to be enough to defeat him. So Colton's going to get 1 damage point inflicted on him, while simultaneously Luis Cardinal is going to get sent to the trash bin. And so combat cards have it, Mike. That was pretty awesome, huh? 2 combat cards, and one of them I already had in my hand. The other I had to go in and get courtesy of that Scully set card. It's pretty sweet, huh? I wish Dave Frank would watch this, and son of a bitch. Damn it. Well, I am screwed now. Okay. All right. So tell us about, you've already paid for Pusher. And David Peace, it's a shame you left early tonight because you've been looking forward to seeing this adversary get played. And this is the first time I've seen this one get played. Tell us about Pusher.
Each combat round, the controller of the team opposing Pusher must choose odd or even. Flip over the top card from the bureau deck, which, here's my question. Whose bureau deck is it?
It's yours.
Mine? Okay. Mm-hmm. If the cost matches the guess, odd or even, continue combat as normal. If the guess is incorrect, Pusher may allocate 1 agent's damage to any 1 agent, including other agents.
Including what?
Including other agents.
Gotcha. Okay, so I didn't do so well in the odd or even at the start of this game. So here's hoping I can make up for that. So I need to declare odd or even at this point, and then you're going to flip over the next card in your bureau deck.
Correct. And this is, let's see here. Hold on.
I'm trying to big brain this, but I'm thinking, like, generally speaking, a lot of cards cost either 2 or 3, sometimes 4. Like, but
let's agree. But hey, before I flip anything over,
yeah,
let's agree on one thing right now.
Yeah.
1 is odd. 0 is even.
Sure. If the next card that comes up happens to be like blue plate or unexpected call, yeah, we'll treat 0 as an even. Yeah.
0 is an even. 1 is an odd. Is that fair?
I think that's fair. I'm leaning towards even because I think the possibilities of it being a 2 cost and maybe a 4 cost are probably better than it being like a 3 cost. So I feel like I'm playing the odds, not literally, but figuratively. I'm going to go even on that.
You're going to go even.
Going even. Come on, 2 or 4. 2 or 4.
Deep Throat, 5.
Oh, damn. Oh, it's brutal.
That hurts me a little bit too, bud.
Yeah. God, I'm terrible at 50-50s. Good Lord. As demonstrated by the 2 50-50 odd or evens I've taken tonight. So, yeah, let's...
Long range. We're going after Colton.
Yep. So you're going to take So you're gonna take who's long range and allocate it to who? Isn't that what the card says?
Oh, hold on.
Because I got it wrong.
Oh yeah, if the guess is incorrect, pusher may allocate one agent's damage to any one target.
Yeah. So presumably take one of my agents long range and apply it to another agent.
Who has the most long range?
It's gonna be Brophy. He's got 6.
Oh my god!
Yeah, he's got the Glock attached to him.
So yeah, we'll take his and we'll go after Scully.
Yep, and that's gonna be more than enough to send Dana Scully to the hospital. Oh, she has been thoroughly owned. So, yep. And now let's so now she's gone. Now does that complete the
Nope, we still got close range.
what? Okay. Well, wait a second. Can you read again where it starts if the guess is correct?
If the cost matches their guess, continue combat as normal.
Which I was wrong, so read the other part. Reread it, sorry.
Guess is incorrect. Pusher may allocate one agent's damage to any one agent, including other agents. So it doesn't say combat ends.
One agent. He says to one agent. To one target?
To any one target, including other agents.
So we've done that with Scully, so she's the one target.
Yes.
All right. So I think that completes it then, right?
But we've only done one round.
Oh, well, we did because, Brophy destroyed her. We would have done a close range with Brophy and Scully, but...
Oh, I see what you mean. Oh, wow. It really doesn't specify, does it?
Yeah. If Brophy didn't have that... even his long range by itself would have sent Scully to the hospital. We would have done Scully and Brophy in close range too, but Scully was destroyed.
So
in long range.
Oh, that's why those numbers are there. Okay, so basically, if you'd guessed correctly, his numbers of 3, 2, 4 would have mattered, but you guessed incorrect. Okay,
right.
Yeah, no.
I guess right. So we did.
I agree.
If that's right, then we'll just continue combat with pusher being applied to it. So basically, he just turned the agents on each other, and he escaped, and then
No, I agree. Good call.
So and at this point, unfortunately, I don't have enough I'm shy one observation, and I don't have a witness token to get me out of this jam. So I think I'm screwed. Yeah, you got me. I got nothing that I can pay for to get out of that one. So bravo. NASA is heading to the trash bin. Mission aborted. No
Dave's
one.
Gonna love that on the replay.
Yep. Oh yeah, that's gonna be a great one. 2 combats with Scully set agents. Pretty awesome. 2 combat cards got played. We freaking threw Pusher out there. Holy cow, man. Yeah. That was an epic round there. And fun. However it shakes up, it's if I get to editing this one, it's gonna be really fun to edit this. Anyway, debriefing. I need to part ways with. I need to get rid of a card.
Since we're still going, since it's probably going to take a little bit longer, give me a couple of seconds. I'm going to tell the wife to go ahead and eat dinner and whatnot, and I'll be back in just a minute. Okay.
Sounds good. So again, anyone watching it live, if you want to catch another game of X-Files CCG, tune in to my fellow channel, Alien Investigations, at 9 p.m. tomorrow night for follow-up match between myself and Dave Meyer. Again, we're going to be using the Scully set expansion in our decks. I'm probably going to look at maybe changing up one or two of the agents for that matchup and maybe do a little switcheroo with some of the cards on here. That's my plan, just in case Dave Meyer's tuning in tonight. Wouldn't want him to see what team I'm working with here.
Oh my God!
I want to thank. I want you to thank the missus for me for letting you avail so much of your time here. For debriefing, I'm going to just get rid of John Barnett, links you to Mulder. And I think you have less than 7, right?
Yeah, let me check. 2, 5, 6.
Sounds good. Back to you.
All right. Sorry, I got a little piece of bread here.
It's all good.
Do it. All right. Free card. 1, 2, 3. And yeah, we'll just go with the 2 for Mulder. That works. Go ahead.
Ready to sell?
No, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, thanks. I'm going to sell Kevin Kreider for 5 and Losing Your Tail for 3. And then it'll take the conspiracy pool up to 14. And let's go with 4 cards. And I'll take it down to 10.
Mobox will heal 1.
Mm-hmm.
Or
2. He heals 2.
I just put 2 tokens on him. So.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Let's see here. All right, we're gonna play one. Can I do that? Oh, crap. Oh,
what's wrong? You still got the other side out there. I can't tell what you're looking. Oh, again. What's wrong with that one? Too cold?
You can't have 2 of the same cards in play.
Oh yeah. I forgot. That's the one I put the bluff on earlier. Yeah. You can't put it down.
So I have to resolve this one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, that hurts so bad. Yeah, let's resolve that one.
Okay. And so we're currently in case assignment right now. I'm going to put one more bluff on that site before we head in there. So there's currently 2 bluffs sitting on there. So now we'll head into investigation, and you can decide if you want to send all or none of them to that site.
Remember what we were talking about earlier?
I think it's about to happen, right?
No, I mean about bluffs.
Oh, the Langley thing. Yeah.
So
I'm going to say if you want to pick and choose which one you like, we've.
No.
Oh, okay, you want to do it the card?
Not pick and choose. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
This is what I was going for. It
right.
could happen here, okay, but I'm not sure to what level it can happen. So,
all right, let's first head into investigation.
Okay,
everyone's going. Alien, are we going to apply our alien investigation skills or evidence collection skills?
Alien.
Okay, tell us who's got what skills to apply to that.
Holstein 2, Mulder 4.
Okay, that's 6. Are you going to go with the condition that is stated on the card, or you just want to keep prerequisite at 5?
Prerequisite of 5.
All right, cool. Should I reveal the bluffs, or do you want to do or do you have something you want to do first?
Reveal them both.
At the same time? Or
that's the issue.
Yeah, like I said, we've been traditionally revealing them one at a time, like one, resolve it, then the next one.
I have the ability to get rid of both.
Okay. So do you want to play that now, or
that's my question is?
Yeah, like I said, we don't have any hard and fast explanation on how the bluffs get revealed. We just know that, like the rules state, like you resolve the cards in like a first come first played basis, as it states in there. That's which sort of suggests that we do one at a time.
You know what? I'm going to go for it. I'm going to do it. This is what I was going to do, and you know what? Here it is. You ready?
I think I know what card you're going to play. Is it like Lucy gives up her life for Amy? Yep. Yeah. And that one states
Kresge goes to the hospital.
Yeah. Pick one. Yeah, which is very fitting because
that's what I'm saying, right?
Yeah, that's beautiful. Again, freaking golf clap on that. Very, very faithful to the source material. So Juliet is the episode for which Amy or Lucy gives up her life to save Amy. And Mike, you're playing that card and you're choosing one agent to send to the hospital immediately. That's Kresge, and he's going to get 0 health as a result. Yep. And all the bluffs currently affecting that agent team, revealed or unrevealed, are discarded. Right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Guillaume and I had that card in our. So the 2 bluffs were Nasty Surprise and Video Signal. So they are gone. So good use of that card, and good use of Kresge, because he really is the one that gets the shaft on everything, including an upcoming vending machine bomb.
All right. Okay.
So, bravo. So you're still good. So remind me, what were the question types for this one?
Alien investigation, evidence collection. It is affiliation and result, but we are going.
Wait a second. Okay, so I'm going to play the foreign operative, and it has an activator of event, which you just played. Lucy gives up her life for Amy as an event, so that one's coming out to play now.
What are the keywords on that?
Government and creature.
We'll go with X.
Go with X. All right, and foreign operative is out. And I think that's going to about do it for me. Oh, no. I got one other play. Or no, maybe I don't. No. Yeah, because I only got 5 left now. I got nothing.
All right. Affiliation.
Oh, actually, I do have something, but you're still going to get your question, though.
Is your affiliation government?
No. So let me just double check that. No, my X-Files affiliation is not government. And while you're deciding whether or not you want to ask your question, I'm going to play Implant, Records, and Steals Memories for 1. And that's going to take my conspiracy pool down from 5 to 4. And that's played after your opponent has completed a successful Skype site skill check, of which you just did. And we're going to remove up to 4. Oh, shit. You don't even have it. All right. Take your resource pool to 0. Yeah, I didn't even look until I played it. But either way, I was going to have to discard some stuff anyway, so I might as well have you empty out the tank at the end of this. So there's that. Okay, so identity question?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it.
Are you Dr. Benton in a shadow?
My X-File is not Dr. Banton in his shadow. And so I've been awarded an affiliation question regarding your X-File. And I think I'll just continue going down the list with the affiliations. Mike, by any chance, is your X-Files affiliation government?
Oh, I think it might be. Yeah, it totally is.
Oh, sweet. But I can't ask an identity question because it's not my turn. All right, got you down to 4.
That's 7.
Okay. All right, and let's part ways with... Let's get rid of Baltimore, Maryland. And we'll pass it back to me, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. It's free card, new round. And so we're going to only be generating 4 resource points because Scully's currently in the hospital. However, I'm also going to take 2 more from friend in the FBI, and that'll take it up to 8. I'm going to return Spiller's token to her. Let's buy 2 cards. Over to you.
This hurts a little bit. Hurts.
Shit.
Can I say something real quick, Steven?
Yeah.
You are the perfect definition of somebody that only swears when you mean it.
Yeah. Yeah, and looking at my hand, it's warranted. Trust me.
Like me, I'm like, oh yeah, the fucking guy came in here and he fucked me over. You're not that guy. You're like, the guy came in here and he was very rude and I did not appreciate it. Right? Like, right? But then like when something really bad has happened, you're like, fuck. Like, And it's awesome because, like, when you swear, I know you mean it.
Well, it is just a game after all. So, I mean, within the context of the game, it's like, that could have been a lot better. And of course, it also is it also, I have a tendency um, to, to take it to heart when I screw up and I discarded the wrong site in debriefing. I should have got rid of the other site that was in my hand. As a result of that penalty question. So now, yeah, I'm in a situation where I already know your X-Files affiliation, and that's the only site I'm sitting on right now.
Gotcha.
So I was like, damn it, even if I get it right, I'm going to have to just take a 1 in 4 when all said and done.
Well, I'm going to get rid of a shotgun, a frog holocaust, a deep throat, and a Calusari.
Shit. There you go. That's 10.
6 for 16.
What? 5, 3, and 2, right? So that takes you up to 17, right?
6, 5, 2.
Oh, the shotgun's worth 6, not 5. Yeah. Sorry. Oh, yeah, you have shotgun, deep throat, frog holocaust, and the Calusari. Damn. Yeah, so, that's 16. Plus the 7 you're already working with. Holy cow. 23. You're really just raking. You're swimming in conspiracy points over there.
And I'm going to draw. Let's go with 7.
Mm-hmm.
6, 7. Oh, they're all in here now. All right. Discard pile's going in the box.
Yep. And so we're gonna go into the healing phase now, and I'm gonna take 2 tokens off of Dana Scully. However, because her health is only at 2 at the moment, she cannot yet leave the hospital, so she's gonna be in there for another stay. For requisition, we are again not going to requisition any equipment cards because right now we've got more than enough equipment cards on the mat. And for deployment, everyone's staying in the field. And for case assignment, we are. Well, I'm going to play travel. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to play travel plans for 2, and that's going to allow me to search through my bureau deck and draw up to 2 site cards and place the site cards beneath this card. It's going to be considered a resource card, and I may play these site cards for 0 during the case assignment phase, and I'll discard this card when no sites remain underneath it. This card is if this card is negated, like if you play Alien Experiment or whatever, the site cards beneath it are also sent to the discard pile. And let me just fish out a couple of sites. Not affiliation, now that I already know it. What are we looking at here? Site. Give me a site. I guess we can go with that one. Yeah, let's go with that one. And I get 2 as per this card, so we'll get that one as well. And I got my 2 sites. I don't have to show them to you yet. They're placed underneath this, but you're going to see at least one of them in just a moment. So I'm going to place travel plans right here. And now we're going to head into the case assignment phase, for which I'm going to take one of the 2 sites out from underneath it. And do I want to go that one? Because I'm going to go with the other one, actually. We're going to go with the Teso dos Pichos excavation in Ecuadorian highlands, South America. And once again, that's going to be free, courtesy of travel plans. However, it does have the keyword observation, so Dr. Nolette's going to add 1 to my resource pool. It's a method site, Mike.
No face down bluffs.
None at all. So we're going to head into the investigation phase, and everyone's going to the site. We're going to be applying our observation skills, for which Colton has 2, courtesy of the high-powered flashlight. Detective Manners has 2 observations, so that's enough to make the prerequisite.
How many cards are in your hand?
I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Not another jeopardizing the X-Files.
Three bluffs.
3. Holy cow. In that case, I'm going to have to play Lucy Gives Up Her Life for Amy, which you just did a moment ago.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so that's 4. And damn, that's going to cost me. I guess who am I going to send? I hate to send Brophy in there because he's my enforcer, but he's really got the fewest skills to contribute. But it's the only thing that's going to get me through this. So yeah, Brophy's going to the hospital. Actually, you know what? I'm going to send Spiller just in case you got an adversary. I need Manners and Colton to contribute to the site skill check, so they are the ones that have to stay in.
Okay, so 3 bluffs are removed?
Yep. What were they, by the way?
I guess you'll never know.
Guess we'll never know. All right. You still got 16 conspiracy points, so the question is, do you have anything else in your hand that's going to upend this investigation? Oh, I can't even see it. Sorry, it's too dark. Oh, shit. That is, yeah. Yeah, that's a showstopper, as I mentioned earlier. Tell us about it.
The cigarette smoking man's final solution. It's cost 7 when we pay for it. 1, 2,
Yeah.
3, 5, 6, 7. Play on a team of agents in the field after your opponent has identified your X-Files affiliation.
Which I did.
Your opponent must immediately move every agent on the team to the hospital. Each agent receives 4 damage or maximum damage if their health is less than 4.
Yep. Everyone's going to the hospital. I don't even have enough damage tokens to...
I did not think in a million years I could get that to work.
Yeah, and you did beautifully.
Now, I played those bluffs because I knew you might buy into that.
Yep. Oh, damn. So everyone is gone to the hospital. My whole team has been wiped out by one ugly card.
That's not a dick card. That's a card that you get lucky to play.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. The cigarette smoking man's final solution.
That's got to be the first time that card has ever successfully been played.
Yeah, at least as far as the games I've observed. So yeah, I salute you on that, and we're done. Let's head into debriefing. I've got one too many cards in my hand. One's got to go.
6. I'll keep them.
Let's see here. One too many cards. That was painful.
Sorry, man.
Oh, it's all right. It was still pretty awesome, even though it sucked.
Yeah, it's a dick punch, though.
Yeah. Let's get rid of. Let's get rid of the combat card hide.
All right.
And back to you.
Okay. Free card. I don't generate it from them yet, so I basically get 2, 1, 2, and 2 for Mulder. Oh man, did I have another fucking card? Hold on, another one got screwed up here. Okay, there's one. Hold on. See, like it broke.
Mm.
So it's that one. Okay. 2. Okay, go ahead.
I'm going to sell Wayne Morgan for 3, Langley for 2, and Connorville, Oklahoma for 2. That is 7. And that's going to take my conspiracy pool up to 11. And I'm just going to buy 1 card with that.
All right. I'm going to heal Box. He's going to come back in here.
Yep. And Kresge gets 2 taken off of him, right?
Yep, exactly. So he goes down to 1 token or 2.
Cool.
And as much fun as that was, I didn't generate enough res. So I think I'm going to have to go to the debriefing phase. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have to get rid of 2.
All right. I've got 6, so I'll keep them all. Or 5. Yeah.
Get rid of unexplainable time loss and get rid of street contacts. And your turn, sir.
Thank you. 3 card. And no resource points other than my 2 from friend in the FBI. And that's going to empty out the tokens on top of friend in the FBI, so that gets discarded. And for healing phase,
Well, don't I get my thing first?
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, sell away.
We're going to go Alien Stiletto for 5, Kevin Morris for 3, Shotgun for 6. Yeah, we'll call that a day. So that'll be 14, right?
6, 3, and what was the other card?
Kevin Morris, Shotgun, and Alien Stiletto. So that's 11, 12, 13, 14.
14.
And I will draw 6.
And how many cards are you going to have in your hand at that point?
Too many.
Yeah.
10 cards in my hand. Go ahead.
All right. So for healing, I'm going to take 2 tokens off of Scully. That's going to fully heal her. And take 2 tokens off of Brophy. He's got a health of 5, but cigarette smoking man's solution indicated that agents get damaged up to 4. So Brophy's got 3 health at this point, so he would be at a point where he can leave the hospital. Colton's only going to heal 1 because he's got a health of 3.
Yep.
Detective Manners is only going to heal 1 because he's got a health of 3. And finally, Nancy Spiller is only going to heal 1 because she's got a health of 3. And I'm just using so Colton, Manners, and Spiller each still have 2 damage on them. That means they're going to have to tough it out in the hospital for a little while longer. For requisition, obviously no equipment cards can get requisitioned because they're in the hospital. For deployment, we're going to send Brophy and Scully out to the field. Everyone else still has to remain in the recovery room, be attended by probably you, because you work in the medical field. I'm gonna slip Manners some Oxycontin, right? When he hands you a C note.
Dude, if I had access to that shit, I'd have been fired years ago.
So,
I'm kidding. Take that stuff. my doctor gives me morphine, little morphine pills, and I may use 2 a year.
So I will. I'll take us straight to debriefing at this point. I do have a site underneath travel plans that I can play for free, but looking at my meager resource pool, I'm not feeling confident enough, especially when you're working with 10 cards in your hand and 17 conspiracy. I don't have any faith that I'm going to be able to do much with that. So let's head into debriefing. Yeah, I got to
get rid of 3 here.
Yeah, you do. It's about the only saving grace for that.
All right, I'm going to get rid of warrants served, evasive maneuvers, and too close to the truth. How about that?
How about that? And let's pass it back to you.
Sweet. Take a free card here. Wow. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, and 2 for Mulder. And go ahead.
Let's selling here. I'm going to take 2 from Rejuvenating Caves and take my conspiracy pool up to 12. I'll get 2 cards. Back to you.
Kresge's going to heal.
That's enough to get him out of there.
Come back out to the field there.
So where are we sending him?
He's going to the field.
Yeah. Deployment. Kresge goes back to the field, and for case assignment, where? Pray tell.
Oh, are you assuming I have a site?
I thought you still had a Dead Horse, Alaska. At least I don't recall you discarding it.
Yeah, man. Let's go there. Box is going to pay.
Yeah. Alien investigation, evidence collection, affiliation, and result.
Mm-hmm.
And no face down bluffs for that.
Everybody's going.
Tell us which skill are you going to be applying to that site.
Alien investigation.
Mulder has 4. Hosteen has 2. Box has 2.
Yep.
All right,
So,
that's 8. Affiliation result. You haven't guessed. How many of my X-File characteristics do you know? I don't think you know any, right?
I don't know any.
Yeah, which is crazy considering you got me down to so few. I'm going to play the mechanic for 7, and that's going to take my conspiracy pull down from 10 to 3. And the mechanic has an activator of affiliation site, of which this is. His keywords are government, pawn, and creature. Care to negate him?
Yeah, man. Let's go Erlenmeyer Flask.
Yep. And that'll do it. Ask away.
Is your affiliation occult?
Yes, it is. Ding, ding.
You already know my affiliation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so penalty question would only get me an identity, but granted, I've got you down to 4, so it's a bit risky at this point.
You played me, dude.
What?
I like it when people play me. I like it. It's pretty funny. I like it. You when you go back, you watch the tape.
Mm-hmm.
Beginning of the game, first time I asked.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I recall. I slipped up.
You played me.
Yeah. You thought I was.
I like.
Maybe I did that purposely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it. Hey, man.
Yeah, I did think I screwed. That was not intentional, actually. That was a genuine slip up because I was looking at the word on the card and I uttered it out loud. So yeah, I screwed up there. But thankfully, you didn't catch on to that or treat it as a genuine slip up.
Are you Colonel Wharton?
My X-File is not Colonel Wharton. Right. I am not the zombie master. Good guess, though. You probably have me down to, what, 2 or 3 now, right?
4.
4, which is what I have you down to at this point. However, I'm about to take a 1 in 4 shot at your X-File. Can't do affiliation because I already know it's government. So you did choose randomly for this one?
Yep.
By any chance let me ask you this. When you choose your X-File randomly, are they face down or are you looking at the front of the card? Just asking.
I literally just shuffle and just grab one and freaking call it a day.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, just asking. Is your X-File alien DNA steroid program?
No.
I just wanted that one because it was my favorite of the bunch there. And so that takes the possibilities for me down to 3. So we're still not quite done yet. Debriefing time, yes?
Yeah, I got 8. I got to dump 1.
I'm good on my end.
Dump an unexplainable time loss.
Generally speaking, yeah, science is pretty good when I've got a full team here. Anyway.
I was kind of caught up on that too when I was building the deck. I was like, man, I know him. I know he likes to go alien investigation, but also I know he mixes it up, right? So I'm going to go something different. Is this really going to work? So I almost didn't include it, but what the hell?
I kind of go back and forth between using Mulder and Scully a lot of times. Keep my opponent guessing because if I stick with alien investigation all the time, then they're going to eventually start catching on and start catering their deck to that.
Yeah.
But it's not consistent. It's not always going to be like Mulder one game, Scully the next game. Sometimes I'll keep it at Mulder or keep it at Scully for 2. And yeah, that's kind of a random. That's a random selection process there. Anyway, so passing it back to me. Free card, new round. And so with Scully and Brophy on the field, I'm going to generate 3 resource points, which is going to take it up to 6. And I'll stick with what I have. No buying.
Good to sell?
Yep.
I'm going to sell No One's So Paranoid, which may be the first time I've ever done that, which is kind of depressing.
It is. I've done it a few times, and I think I've built up enough of a callus around my heart that it doesn't hurt me as much when I have to do it.
So horrible.
It still like leaves a bad aftertaste.
Right? True Grit.
That's 1, yeah.
Evasive Maneuvers.
4. It's 10 right there. Do you really need to get rid of any more cards at this point?
No, I don't think so.
27.
27. And I'm going to buy... I'm actually going to buy 7.
Yeah. Make it a nice round 20 conspiracy to work with. Makes sense. So we'll head into healing now, and I'm going to remove 1 damage token each from Colton, Manners, and Spiller. However, because they each have a health of 3, I'm not going to be able to take them out of the hospital just yet. And we're going to skip past requisition phase. And for deployment, Scully and Brophy are going to remain out in the field. Brophy still has 2 damage on him right now. And for case assignment, I'm going to take the final site from beneath travel plans, and that's going to get discarded. The site is going to get played for free because of courtesy of travel plans, and that is the C off Tildescan, Norway. And it's a mono site with the keywords observation and result. And Dr. Nolette is going to add 1 to my resource pool because it has the keyword observation. Time for the bluffs, if you have any.
Indeed I do, my friend. Indeed I do.
Oh, shit. I may have screwed up again. We'll see.
We're going to go with 3 bluffs.
3 bluffs. And I will refrain from taking my agents to that site. And so I'll grab 3 playtest cards from the Fight the Future expansion and set them on that site as a indicator that they have 3 bluffs sitting on them.
And I got these 3 bluffs here with a 3 token on it to represent that.
And now we'll turn it back to you, or we'll debriefing. I need to get rid of anything.
1. I'll get rid of Sheriff Marizowski. All right. I got everybody here. We'll go free card. Cool. And we'll go 1, 2, 3. And 2 for Mulder. And go ahead and buy and sell.
Thank you. I'm going to sell He Won't Let Me Die for 4. and that's going to take my conspiracy pool up to 7.
That's a good card, right? I got that one in there somewhere too. Yeah.
It's pretty cool. How about two from rejuvenating cases as well, which will take 9. Let's go with 2 cards. Back to you.
Oh, go hard evidence to add 3. And we're going to go with Miller's Grove, Mass, Alien Investigation, result.
Yep. And 1 bluff on that.
Everybody's going to go. Let's see the bluff.
The bluff is... well, first thing, tell us about your alien investigation, if you don't mind.
I got 8.
Okay, yeah. Box 2, hosting 2, Molder 4, right? Okay, and the bluff is Nasty Surprise. Play to add 5 tokens to your pool. That's going to cost me 2 to play, and that's going to take my conspiracy pool to 10. And that was my second one. Yeah, I got nothing that's going to stop your investigation, so ask away.
You're 100% sure you have nothing that will stop my investigation?
The only card I can play is only going to take your team skill check down to 4, and you'll still have enough.
Grid pattern search for 2.
Okay. Well, yeah, this is... Oh, I know what you're doing. Yep. Bring it home.
Deep throat for 5.
Yeah. What's it going to be?
Is your method possession?
Yep. Ding, ding.
Result.
Oh, courtesy of the site. Yep.
Is your result abduction?
Mm-hmm. Indeed it is.
You are Warren James Dupree.
Yes, indeed. My X-File is indeed Warren James Dupree, the Lazarus Man. And I congratulate you, Mike. Your first foray with the Scully set was a successful one. I would say this was a pretty good prelude to your future matchup between Mr. Dave Frank and his Scully set. I think you're looking good with this team, with that deck. It's pretty good.
Dude, I haven't beat you in a while, but man, I think the game changer, there were a couple of game changers.
Oh, sure. There were more than a couple.
Yeah. Oh, dude, like this. Okay. Honestly, let's be honest. This is beyond a doubt one of the best games I've ever played.
It was long-winded for sure. And because of that, there were quite a few awesome plays. I mean, that round with the two adversaries, Pusher and Luis Cardinal,
Yeah.
in fact, my highlight was playing 2 combat cards to get out of that Luis Cardinal without losing an agent on a mano y mano. However, you countering that with the Pusher, and of course, my terrible guesswork was on full display tonight, where I could not, for the life of me, guess correctly odds or evens twice.
These were the 3 bluffs,
What were
dude.
the 3 bluffs? Were they true?
No.
No?
No.
Looks like they're events. So yeah, it's sites. Yeah, so they were true bluffs. Yeah.
True.
Shit. Yeah. All right. So would you have had anything else in your hand to, I mean, because you had no shortage.
I had nothing, man. I had nothing.
Damn it. I really thought with 20 conspiracy points that, like, I had a Langley in my hand. I was like, okay, I could best one of those bluffs. I didn't feel confident enough to say that I had it in like 3 bluffs. I was like, I could probably survive one of them with the Langley in my hand, and that's it. So yeah, not with my team. And of course, the other highlight being the Cigarette Smoking Man's Final Solution. Holy cow. Ball buster of a card. Wiped out the whole team for 7 freaking conspiracy. Granted, it has conditions of a very specific condition regarding the affiliation being known, so that I guess it sort of brings a little bit of balance to the card. So can't complain on that. It's first time we've seen that card get played, and I even though I hated having it played on me, it was still pretty damn good to see it get played for the first time.
I like the fact that I actually got to put David Lewis in his place. Remember, we interviewed him, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we're like, why'd you let her die, man? Why'd you let her die? Well, guess what?
Beautiful.
You died for her in this game, man. You died for her.
I mean, he could have tried a little bit harder. I mean, I feel like he could have at least tried to administer some CPR, even if he had a basic understanding of how it worked. I mean, come on. That might have made all the difference there.
Right?
So, yeah, that for me, that was another highlight there. On Amy, or Lucy gives up her life for Amy to take Kresge down. I mean, you couldn't ask for a better use of that card. That was another highlight right there. And I think one of the shining moments of the game.
All right, who am I? What do you got me down to?
I got you down to 3. Was it Dwayne Barry?
I am Dwayne Barry!
Yep. Is that a signed Steve Railsback?
No!
Do you get his autograph?
I talked to him. Okay.
Oh,
I talked to him. I told him about the cards. Like, we had this great discussion about it. I tried working with him, or I did work with him on Mackie, getting stuff signed. And in the end, I never got him to sign a card for me. I'll be damned, right?
Well, who knows? Who's to say that'll be the last opportunity? Who knows if we ever decide we want to hit up another convention down the line? We'll see. Hopefully, he'll be around for a long, long, long time, and he'll be up for doing many more of these fan conventions. So let's see what other loose ends here. Were there any cards in your deck that you wanted to play but didn't get a chance to with Scully set cards specifically?
Yeah, it's some towards the end here, actually. Let me take a look. Oh, Lake Beast, that would have been a fun one.
Ordeal, hell yeah. He's one of those that has like combat cards as his game effect, but
right?
Yeah, he's got to survive long range though in order to be able to do any damage.
Just the ability to say, when you're like, "Do you have anything else to play, Mike?" I'd be like, "Yes." As a matter of fact, I have artificially intelligent dung-eating robotic probes to play, Steven.
Which your activator sciences probably would have had a good chance of getting played because I did have a few sciences sites coming up, especially early on. So it's a shame that one didn't come up sooner. And that's one where you're pretty much getting one agent sent to the hospital because they can't be stopped. Yeah. And they could deal like 4 damage. So you're guaranteed an agent unless it gets negated somehow. So yeah, that's a pretty good card.
Yeah,
I played it before, I think it's not bad.
did pretty well. What about you? Anything you wish would have come up?
Let's see. I've done a few of these games up until this point, so I've had a few opportunities to play some of these cards. I'm trying to think if there's some outstanding ones that just have not. I feel like there is one.
Well, you're going to be playing the same deck tomorrow. Is that?
Tomorrow, yeah, I'm going to probably change up the adversaries, and maybe like I might swap out Brophy with one of the other Scully set agents. So in case, I don't know if Dave Meyer's watching. I don't think he said. I think he said he's not going to. So I probably don't have to worry too much about it. Yeah, I was still going through my deck just to sort the cards and decide which ones I'm gonna take out. I can't say like it was a Scully set card I was looking to play. I had John Burnett links you to Molder, which I've only ever played in Basic, which is when the cost factor is not applied. So that one would have been a pretty cool one to play tonight. It costs 12 though, but he's got a pretty decent effect. But I wasn't able to afford the costs. It's freaking 12 CP to play that card.
Yeah.
This was for me another highlight, getting to play Roche Completes the Link. I haven't played that card prior to this game, but having Brophy on the team made me really make me want to include a lot of combat cards that pertain to like martial arts and also subterfuge for the adversaries. I went strictly government adversaries tonight. All the adversaries in my deck were government. And so a lot of them have the effect of like they can use subterfuge, they can use martial arts. So I had a whole bunch of combat cards in there that catered to that. We didn't get to see too many of them come up tonight, but that was really the composition of my conspiracy portion of the deck. And I'm probably going to switch out for maybe a different adversary type for tomorrow night because, yeah, I like to try to explore all the adversaries and see how each of them does. So yeah, I don't think there's any Scully set cards that I included tonight that I have not gotten to play. I am a fan of this card though, Widespread Panic.
Mm-hmm.
I played this one against EM last weekend, and it's pretty good. You got 4 possible skills for which you can take away 3. Pretty good chance of that. I included this one because I know you traditionally go Alien Investigation themed deck, so I was like, there's a pretty good chance I'm going to get to put this one to use. But it turned out I wound up using on your evidence collection skill instead.
Well, and I noticed that from the beginning was I think you anticipated the kind of deck that I was going to play because anti
habit like I am.
Yeah. No, so but here's the thing, like within the tournament that's about to start.
Yep.
If people know what kind of decks, based upon these channels and games that people play, like it's going to give people advantages. So it's more advantageous of people to think outside the box.
I agree.
Here's the thing, though. I did not think outside the box today, and I still won.
You did, but you had a lot of cards that you have not previously used that I have not seen you use in previous games.
That's fair. That's fair.
So, general sense that you might be going Alien Investigation, but didn't obviously have a full picture in my head of how you might select your agents, what cards you might use. But I was leaning on the possibility that you were going to go Alien Investigation, and that's why I also included Falsified Air Force Crash, which subtracts 4 from one team's Alien Investigation or Criminal Investigation. So that one was one of those inclusions that I was like, it's a bit risky. You may not go that route, but
I did. I saw that card. So this is like play within a play within a play, right? Yep. So I wanted to go Alien Investigation, right? Mm-hmm. And when I'm picking my, I realized, okay, that's the direction that I'm going. Those are the agents that I'm playing, right? And then I realized, okay, what is Steven going to use in this deck that's going to screw me, right? Because it's a Scully set, right? Yep. And I realize, okay, I got to get rid of either Box or Henderson because you got to have a Scully set agent in there, right?
Got to, yeah, at least one.
Right. And I'm looking at the agents and I'm realizing, okay, yeah, I can get rid of Box. Wait, Box has 2 alien. So if I go to one site, I've got 8. And if he plays this, I'm still at 4. But if I don't replace Box, if I replace Henderson, I've still got a shot at making that. That thought like came into play and was part of the reason why I went with getting rid of Henderson versus Box.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, and I think that was a good swap out because most of the agents in the Scully set have a RP cost of 3, so you'd be likely looking at swapping out. And Henderson is a pretty good 3 RP agent to just take out and replace with a different one. And using Bonacese was pretty comparable, pretty good effect, right? That you can use as a conspiracy player, and that alone is hard. Like it's hard to negate an agent effect. Really, there's not really any cards that can do that outside of our fan-made ones.
Well, hey man, good game.
Yes,
let's let me say a couple of things. Let's finish this up. Number 1, awesome game, man. This was great. Cards got played tonight that I'd never played before, so it was definitely a new experience. And Dave Frank, watch out.
You're next, Mr. Frank.
Yeah. Number 2, we talked a lot about the upcoming tournament. It was announced today, just hours ago. Holy crap, it's going to be amazing. All right, we're looking forward to that. The prizes.
Tournament.
Oh, man, it's going to be crazy. A lot of fun for everybody. Number 3, I got to give a shout out to my main man, my brother, Matt. I love you, buddy. If you happen to be watching this, just know that I love you, and I hope that you'll come back to the fold soon, man. Everybody misses you. We all miss you so much, bud, and we all want you back. And hope you're well, brother. And
I couldn't echo that sentiment more.
And finally, thanks everybody for watching. We love playing these games. We got a lot of games upcoming. Steven, you got a game tomorrow on your channel.
Yes, again, right? Tune in tomorrow at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. Another Scully set game.
Nice. Yeah, man, we'll leave it at that. So thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you guys next time on Matt and Mike's X-Files SCCG.